All right. Hello, chat.
Hello.
We are live. It's good to be
Share.
back. John Drake is here again. This is after the holidays, and we're going to be talking about what happened at BAM, how our individual holidays went, as well as watching some footage from both War of the Rams / BAM down in Onsiora, down in Texas, as well as some footage from maybe Three Dog, the big practice for Armored here in Atlantia. So,
Yeah, looking forward to
first
it.
things first, John, what'd you do for Thanksgiving?
We ended up having we actually made chili on actual Thanksgiving because some of my family was out of town, and then we had our actual Thanksgiving meal on Sunday
Mm-hmm.
afternoon or Sunday noontime. So it's fun. Just chilled. Just my immediate family, just my parents and siblings. And I did a few things, hung out with some friends over the weekend too. So it was a good time.
Cool. So
Nice to not.
you stuck around like house and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
Nice.
Nice to not travel. Honestly, I've been traveling. I've been gone almost every weekend for the last 2 months for SCA related
Yeah, you've
things.
been grinding
So it's good.
hard.
Yeah, so it's good to just have a weekend at home a little bit.
Cool. Chili is like the most Texas thing that I've ever heard of specifically for Thanksgiving.
I mean, it wasn't.
Super
It was
Texas.
just sort of we wanted to make something on actual Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and then we had a normal Thanksgiving meal with the turkey and
Oh,
dressing
okay.
and
Okay, gotcha.
all that stuff on the Sunday.
Got it.
But but I do love me chili, so
Hey, I eat that all the time.
yeah.
All right. Let's see.
What about yourself?
Went up to Alessandro and Angeline's through the weekend. I played Don't Starve. Alex and I played Don't Starve with them.
Oh, nice.
First, um, uh, this is not a sponsorship or anything. I love me a Steam Deck. Just being able to lay on a couch and play with people who are sitting at the PCs is so nice.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's like a huge upgrade for me, my gaming life. But they suffered a lot in Don't Starve as the game goes.
Oh, that is a brutal game.
I really like that sort of challenge. I don't know if it's for everybody, but I enjoy it. I like when
Played that game it's been 7 years, but I did have fun playing that
if
game.
you want to get back into it, we can add a gaming night. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Twitch is
yeah.
for gaming and less so for stream and fight content generally.
There's stuff that's not fighting.
Yeah.
There's other things to life.
Yes. No. No, there's not. Certainly not according to
Sword
the
is
worldview
sword
of
is
John
life.
Drake.
Would that be the?
Yeah. Oh, speaking of Sword is Life, this weekend I've got some armored folks coming in. Today's what, Thursday? Coming in Saturday to do a practice, just like some of the local nights, which will be
When I say
cool.
your house,
Yeah.
at your
Yep.
in your
I'll try to film
murder
some
shed.
of it. Yeah. In the dojo. And
I like
then
murder shed better, but okay.
Murder Shed's pretty good. And then on Sunday, Tora's back in town for a couple of weeks. He's coming
Oh,
down for a
nice.
practice. Message some local friends, and hopefully we'll have a good practice then as well.
Yeah,
Try to get some
definitely get some
footage.
footage of that.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
yeah, man. If you were anywhere near reasonable to visit, yeah, I would invite you to visit. But
Oh, 100% I would go, but it's yeah. I do have my plane ticket for Adult Swim already
nice.
booked, so I'm excited for that.
Not
Do
going to do
some.
the drive and stay thing.
Nah,
You're gonna,
I
you're,
mean, I
you're gonna
think I'll
find.
do that. I'll find a different time to do that. I think there's also a really good deal on a plane ticket, so it's kind of hard to beat.
Oh, nice. Like a cheap round flight.
Yeah, it was like a cheap round trip flight for like 170 or something like that.
Nice. Are you flying into that area, like
I'm gonna fly to
Pittsburgh area?
Baltimore.
Oh, okay, you're
Um,
flying to near Jane Lauren.
yeah, and I talked to them about that. So,
Cool. Maybe we can like
but
commute up together, like all of us.
that'd be awesome. I'd be into that.
Since I suppose it really depends on how much shit we gotta bring, because we're bringing
Yeah,
multiple kits worth of stuff.
I'm already trying to figure out how to fly with heavy gear now. I've
I
never
have
done
your
that before.
sword.
So. You do my sword by
If you want
accident.
your sword,
Oh, by the way, I borrowed your sword the other day because my sword. I didn't have a sword. My sword
yeah,
pulped out at BAM, and I was like, right before BAM, and I was like, oh shit, I don't have time to make a new sword. Oh, I'm just gonna take Boomy's
yeah,
sword.
yeah. I don't care. Beat it up. Use it. Um, is it weird fighting
And
with
then
38?
mine's almost. I make mine almost that long.
Do you? That's funny.
I just don't like the handle. I don't like
Is it too narrow?
yeah, I don't like I don't like that, and I don't like the trigger. I don't use a trigger.
Oh, okay. I disagree
So
with
I
you on the
wasn't using
trigger,
the trigger.
but
Yeah.
I don't love the handle. That wasn't my carving.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I like to have a little bit beefier of a handle because my hands are big and I want
Yeah.
more of a
I don't.
trapezoid shape.
I don't actually shape my handle at all anymore.
Oh,
I just put grip tape over it and just roll.
and just use that. Okay. I
And that was it.
like a handle because it suspends. Like if you imagine, I don't know if you can see my screen, my stream screen, but if
Oh.
you can imagine, I want the handle to stop my fist up and down the stick, right suspended in the middle of the guard. So like I hard shade, like just like almost a right angle inward, and it's a golfer trick. He showed me this a while ago,
Okay.
so that I can't like none of my knuckles can possibly touch any of the edges as easily, because my hand is not kind of suspended just by gripping my sword.
Oh. No, I used to shape my handles, but then I got the advice from Duke Lachlan, who's the guy I train with a lot. He said that he's like, because you want to be able to roll the sword in your hand more easily, he likes a very
He does that
have
way.
it cylindrical,
That
or
makes
even
sense.
maybe it oval at the best,
Right.
and then that lets you kind of roll your hand around in it. And I started doing that also just because it's easier, because I don't have to,
I know other people who
I
do
try,
that. They will like roll their hand around for certain attacks, like they over
yeah,
grip for some attacks because if they want to go false edge, that
yeah,
sort of thing.
and it's easier to make a sword if you don't have to shape the handle. So
That is
there's
true.
that benefit too.
I find that it's too thick. It's too wide, right? Like I want that hard stop that suspends my hand and a little smaller, and
Yeah.
ideally like somewhat trapezoidal, because like the fatter end on the back and then thinner end.
I think that
on the
makes
side,
sense. Yeah.
it feels really good.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Let's get into some footage.
So watch this unbelted tournament first, or
Yeah, is this what this is?
so they did a big unbelted tourney at BAM, and it was maybe about, so they did it as like a round robin kind of thing where you basically you could fight everyone in the tournament,
Okay.
assuming that you got to them before they got tired, because people dropped out, right? So I think there was like 30 something, 31, 32 people in the tournament. I ended up with 25 fights because I didn't quite get everyone, and I
Oh,
won.
holy shit!
Yeah, I got third in this tournament, so I had
Hell yeah.
21 wins and 4 losses.
I guess the first question is who are 1 and 2? Do I know them?
Hari is Duke Ragnar's, not Duke, Sir Ragnar Squire.
Of the Sven lineage.
Yes, the
Yeah.
Sinlish 2 sword fighter. And
Yep.
then the other guy was, oh shit, what's his name? Skavis, I think. And he's a
Skavis?
lefty.
Okay.
Yeah, he was first. He was a just tall lefty, lives up in Dallas. They both, Hari lives in Oklahoma, I think. Skavis lives in Dallas. He's a tall lefty, pretty good. He ended up winning. Hari got second, I got third. They were the people I lost to. So while I would have liked to have done better, at least the people who beat me were the only ones. Like, it was
Yeah.
very proportionate, right?
I feel like
Only
that's
the people
good.
yeah.
Out of that
I
many
feel pretty good
humans?
about it.
Yeah. I don't think you
You
performed that
suddenly
well.
got really loud.
I did? Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's back to normal.
Are you good? Okay. How about this?
That's
I'm
fine.
trying to
I
like
don't know what
micro
happened.
adjust it. I didn't realize it hit Discord that hard. I'm trying not to peak, but I'm trying to bump up a little because I bumped you up because you were quiet.
Oh, okay.
Audio balancing as we go.
Yeah, on the fly.
Yeah.
No, you just scared me for a second.
Sorry. Very
You're good.
loud.
Yeah, I felt pretty good about it. I feel like I could have done better, but also wasn't too bad.
All right. Let's watch and judge your fighting.
Yes,
I'm
please.
down to do that.
And I think there was a bunch of Glenauburn guys. So like, I think this person's from Glenauburn because I did not recognize them.
Nice.
Because BAM is at the edge of Onstura, so it's a lot of people from Glenauburn come over.
That's cool. Yeah. Nice slot. I assume that's a slot shot.
Yeah.
You look
between
so
us.
much more comfortable right there. You walked out there with a swagger. Just like, yeah,
No, I
I'm
appreciate
here.
that,
I'm
yeah.
gonna win.
I was trying real hard to win this tournament. Didn't quite get it, but
This is this person at your practice?
that guy's also from Dallas Fort Worth area. His name is Red Bad. He's a good guy.
I know if
He,
I've
he
seen him.
used-
He looks familiar. The kid.
He
looks
used to
familiar.
fight he used to fight more Madu, but now he's gone to went to a bigger shield.
Man, your slot shot making you some monies.
I think I'm picking my shield's a little too high here. As the main thing I'm seeing with my own fight.
Yeah.
Like it's like a couple inches above my head, and it should just be like just to the top of my head.
Did you get the leg around the Madu?
Yeah.
Nice thrust.
Face stab. Yeah, I like
Easy free.
my main plan, and this is sometimes counter to some of the advice I get, is when I'm like someone, I just try to stab them in the face. Like I don't close up.
Oh, right. Just because
Yeah.
you're so good at that.
But a lot of the advice I get is to just like smother their sword and step in. But I try to do at least a couple face stabs first, and then a little flick to the face there.
Hello, girlfriend. Good to see you. I was telling John about how I use your advice for shaving handles still, of keeping my hands suspended so I don't fuck up my knuckles anymore.
You also put padding in your basket, right?
Yeah, I did end up putting padding like under my first knuckle. Hey, Alex, are you here? If you are, I think you have mod privileges. Can we ban that guy? That human? That bot? Probably a bot.
Oh.
Getting adverts. Don't need that here. We're here to watch fighting. That's it. Ooh, look how low that shield went when you probed.
Yeah, I should have.
Right there.
I should have Molinade.
Mole straight. This is so much. Look at all that free headspace. That's exactly what I was thinking. Right, the pop low with the tip, Molinade right over. Make Randall proud.
And that's one of my favorite shots. Is the fake stomach stab too.
Yeah, he's defending his shins, or I suppose they are defending their shins.
Yeah.
Anyways, that shield actually hit ground.
Yeah, it's a long kite shield, so I'm pretty sure that person is from Glenavon too.
That's
and
way more movement on that shield than they needed or should have. I mean, I can't say anything about the shield. My shields look similar.
Yeah, that's true. You went to that.
Nope. Chat. I want to pause it for just a second. So we're talking about this person's shield. One of the pieces of advice that I was given was to shave off the last like 6 inches here where it's kind of a point and just make it a lot flatter on the bottom because it's creating a lever that doesn't defend you well and that other people can manipulate more easily. And so if chat, let me know if you think that is correct or not. I'm kind of curious. For myself, I have found that like it feels better to have specifically a cutoff where it guards my face down to my knee, and that's it, and then kind of round it out the bottom.
I would never have thought of that, but that makes a lot of sense.
Yep. Yeah, like those last couple inches, while it feels like it's good, it's actually just a detriment because now it's easy for someone when they wrap to punch that very end and move it out of the way as they wrap.
Especially since that's a pretty light shield, right? Like you're using
plastic. Exactly. It's so far from your grip point.
Yeah. So it's easier to manipulate because of how light it is.
Ooh. That was an onside or was that a wrap?
It was I think it was a leg wrap. Or maybe it was just flat? I'm not sure. Just a front blade?
Let's see that again. You maybe hit them there? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know that it was very hard, though.
And the stick.
That does look kind of... Definitely touches.
That's a nice higher hand.
Yeah. I like that my shield just stays so forward, too.
Yep. Everything about that shot looks good, I think. All right, anyways. So then they counter throw. I don't think there's anything on that. And then you go, oop, fuck. I fucked that up.
Hotkeys for me.
I know. You throw offside. And they're like, okay.
It almost looks like they're kind of thinking about that head, actually.
Yeah.
And then they get hit in the leg.
Yep. Yeah, I think they were, because that wasn't good. That was so end of stick.
No, that was bad. You know, sometimes if you hit someone twice, they'll only call the second one because they'll forget that the first one landed.
Yes. That's pretty good targeting.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Yeah. Thank you, Celestria. I appreciate you doing that.
Yeah. He tried to call that little head tap, and I just thought it was too late, so I told him I called it
No,
back.
okay.
Which makes me think he's from Glenalmond because they have lighter calibration than most kingdoms.
Yeah. Your wraps are looking better, looking crisp.
Wasn't yeah, I was like I said, I felt okay in this tournament.
You're doing that thing where you kind of generate a lot of tip speed.
Mm.
Yeah. So it stings in the wraparound. Oh, it's a tiny rectangle.
Yeah, I think he made that shield himself. This guy makes all his own,
That's
almost
cool.
all his own stuff.
I think that's dope.
He does a lot of blacksmithing when he's not fighting. So
Dude, that's the third time you hit that this tournament.
if people are gonna use small little shields, I'm gonna hit them in the leg.
Well, it's that specifically the offside tap into it.
Yeah, that's true.
Offside tap, and then you're using that momentum forward to catch. What I don't like about it is that I think you came in flat.
It's hard to tell, but I don't necessarily disagree.
Yeah, because you're trying to turn it all the way over, but it stops where your fist is. Like it's on the cusp of like flat and back blade. Because your fist is kind of knuckles down.
Yeah, I almost could have just front bladed him on that.
I think you should have. That's actually what I was going to say. Is that some of these shots, I think you four blade, probably better power and a little bit faster of a attack. Nice.
This is one of the ones I lose. I don't like the way I'm putting my sword forward like that. Like I'm telling him I'm definitely gonna thrust.
Yep.
And I want to thrust, but it's like there's no reason not to have the sword in the right position to start with.
I think if I were to like watch the initial encounter, one consistent strain of advice that I've had over the last many years is when you're fighting a two stick, fight them like you're fighting a lefty. So because I'm using the center grip, will push it all the way over and pretend like I'm fighting a lefty. Essentially,
no, I think that's good advice as well.
But you're fighting as if you were fighting a right-handed human, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think I thought I was more. In my head, I was trying to fight him like a lefty, but I think I wasn't canted over quite enough.
Yeah. With a strap, you have to rotate your body more, which you don't like.
Yeah.
You are a very squared hip human for fighting.
Yeah, you just have to. You keep the square, but you just aim your slot of your hands basically.
Yeah.
Farther to that side.
Aim at the person next to them. Yeah, the invisible person.
Yeah.
Yep. That's exactly how a lot of people are taught.
It makes it a little harder to see what's going on because the shield is big.
Yeah.
But you just kind of have to look at the feet and the hand.
I'm assuming you took the wrap back.
Yeah, he got the right-handed wrap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you got in. I think you like got too close as well.
I got too close, and if you look at that one again, as I'm crouching, instead of squatting down, I lean. I'm leaned forward.
Yep.
Versus if I get low, but I kept that shield higher, then he wouldn't have had that angle. Yeah.
Weird thing. Yeah, he found the angle to slap you there. Ooh, that's kind of lower than I expected. Across the top of your butt cheek, kind of.
Yeah, and I got him in the leg at the same time, but it was a bad trade.
Yeah, bad trade. I agree.
I missed my stab, and then he hooked back, and I took leg.
Yeah, you committed very hard forward.
Yeah.
Probably more than you should have.
So, it's stupid, but last time I did pickups with this guy a few events ago.
Yeah.
And I just stabbed him in the face at will, and so I got overconfident. Because he was letting me do a little hook stab around his left sword.
Got it. Yep.
And I was like, easy money. And then he just kind of voided out of it
Yep.
real nice, and then I was like, fuck.
I think one of the other things that you could have done, well, two options, right? So you step in, you're here. You could have kept going forward and shoved him. Like that's a very
Yeah.
legal, reasonable thing to do,
Oh, you're totally right. Totally right.
right? Just don't, instead of like, because here you're like putting on these major breaks for no great reason, because you already messed up your attack. You can just let your momentum carry forward and kind of shove him back so that his wrap cannot connect you with power anymore because he's
Yeah.
literally being shoved backwards. Right here, you stop and you give him all the room to work, if that makes sense. Like
Yep.
you're
No, that's
shoving your
totally
shield
right.
forward, but
That is totally right.
I think the other option is, and that's probably the option I would choose for this one, but the other option is to immediately spin toward your right side in this context.
I think that if I had spun, you mean spinned my right? So which foot moving?
As in like fading away from the right hand, but you're dealing with the left, and I can't
Okay.
see what he's doing with his left, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
obviously something threatening, and you
I think
want
if
to
I, I think yeah, if I think if I had
handle
taken
it.
a step with my right foot more forward and then twisted, I could have kept both hands
Yeah, I think
away.
fading to one side or the other would have been a better option than squaring up in the center, where both
Yeah.
have an
No,
option.
I got stuck here at a good range for him and a bad range for
You
me.
know,
Because especially with two swords, this range here, he has
yeah,
a lot more,
he has
and
a
I
lot more
haven't
options. Yep,
smothered him enough. I totally agree with
correct.
that.
Yep.
And that definitely lines up with the advice that I get consistently from
Oh,
other people. Like you
Golfred.
didn't.
Golfred asked, not sure you can shove question mark. I my understanding is that the across the board rules is you can shove shield or shove sword basket. Sword basket. There we go.
So
There's
you can
my
shove.
point.
Yeah, you can definitely shove equipment to equipment.
Mm-hmm.
It's always allowed. On-steer definitely tolerates more shield to body contact than most places, is what I've been told.
I know that here in Lantia, at least culturally, I don't know that it's in the rules, but I know that culturally it is not abnormal to like put your shield on some part that's adjacent to to equipment, but do a shove as a way to get out of problems.
Yeah.
Like one of the pieces
No,
of advice I was given is when I get smothered after getting my leg taken, is to take my shield and just like hard shove their shield if I can as they step in to create some room.
Yeah, no, I think that's pretty similar culturally to on-steer.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
definitely come home from practices with bruises on my like sword shoulder from someone else's shield, like fighting close. They're
Oh
like
yeah,
pinning
the
my arm
armpit
back,
shield. Yeah. Oh.
and it's like, I mean, I don't really care. It's just it's what it is. They say rubbing is racing, so people say here.
Yeah, I think that was a bit shield to body. It's hard to tell if he could have made the argument that that shield would have hit the left sword. That's where it looked like it went. That's my guess.
Yeah.
I mean, Nick's the only
Hello, hello.
other than Leia.
Nice leg shot.
Not so good. Yeah, she's
Are they?
here yet.
Is that the like? I'm not sure if it hit.
Yeah, he said he wasn't sure, and I said I really couldn't tell. So like, it's up to you.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the correct thing to do.
Because like, if I thought it wasn't good, I would have called it back.
Have you
If I
watched
had
it?
Thought it was this fight.
Yeah.
I don't know if I slowed it down. I definitely watched it.
The question is it good? Let's find out.
Nick's the only tiny cat here. Other
See, that onside moved much faster. By the thump that I heard in the live version, and then the frame by frame hitting nice mid thigh, I would assert that's good.
Yeah, it might have been flat again though. Oh, I can't tell.
No, that one's on edge. You can see your everything's turned over.
You're
here.
right. You can see the hand. Yeah, cool. You can see the little ridge of the basket
Mhm,
pointing
yep,
out.
exactly.
Cool.
Everything
Good
about
job,
that looked good. The only thing you can't tell is the depth. So you
Yeah.
can't tell where on the stick you hit.
other than Leia. She's not so good.
That's always
Yeah.
a tricky bit.
Yeah, she's physically here yet.
Oh shit! I'm watching the wrong stream.
What?
I had pulled up Twitch to look at the chat, and then I realized I hadn't switched back over to Discord.
Oh, that's funny. Oh,
To watch
gotcha. You're watching the live stream.
That's a horrible leg shot.
That looks like a Sven human.
It is that is Count Floki's squire,
Oh, okay.
who was Sven's squire. I don't know that she's heard, but she's definitely at least adjacent, if not actually part of the household. there was no way that was ever gonna land.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I was,
You turned it over
but
nicely.
yeah.
You see how? Okay. So this is what we're talking about. In theory, if this shield was the shape where it pointed at the end and you hit the bottom of the shield, you might have enough presence to move it because you already moved that oval a good bit.
Yeah.
You might could have moved it to actually hit leg.
But the good thing about the ovals is that if you hit those edges, they slide.
Yeah.
The sword slides off.
Straight into your calf. Ugh.
Yeah.
The self-own, unfortunately. Were you discussing offside tap?
Yeah, the first one was light and the second one was good. And so she was
Okay.
saying no to the first, and while she was saying no, I hit her with the second one, and then I was like, yeah, I have no issue with you not calling the first.
Gotcha.
It was kind of like not really a needed discussion, honestly, but
Yeah.
just make sure everyone's
So
good
what was
with
the
it.
format of this tournament? I don't
You
think
you literally could fight everyone in the tournament. So you would go
Giant
and
round.
find someone to fight.
Uh-huh.
You'd fight them. If you won, you'd go back to the list coordinator and report and say like everyone had a number,
Mm-hmm.
and so you'd be like
X beat X.
17
Yeah.
X beat X, and you go back and find another fight. And then the marshals were like pretty actively being like, "Hey, who have you not fought?" And they were trying to match everyone up.
So the attempt was round robin.
The attempt was round robin. Obviously, some people quit before.
Yeah.
So like I said, I did not fight everyone. I think there was 30 something fighters, and I only had 25 fights. So it was,
Okay. That's still a
so I
lot.
missed 5 or 6 fights, but
Oh. What a weird thrust. Look at that.
yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, he just misses his Madu stab.
Did you?
I catch
Okay,
him
so it's
right.
so you hit him on the brim with like a ons.
I just catch him right. I catch him with
Yeah,
a stab
onside.
right below that brim, and it just pops his head back.
Okay.
And on Zero though, like a stab is if you stab someone hard enough in the side of the head helmet, it's still good. It just has to be lighter to the face. Like
Okay.
I think we might have both thought that was face in the moment, but to be fair, but I think this was just I hit her in the arm.
Okay.
This was Hari. He got second. One of my other
That
losses. This
looks
was,
very herd.
yeah, and he was Ragnar Squire.
Yeah.
He was the one I was most worried about in this tournament fighting.
How'd they get you?
I think it was he pinned my sword back there, and you see how the tip of my sword is
your
now
shit.
next-
Yeah. Okay.
and then his second shot just comes in and hits my head because my sword is now out of position. And the main mistake I hear is I don't move my feet. Like I should have stepped in or out.
Yeah.
just
Instead of
there and let it
just
hit.
duck.
Both would have been valid steps, I think.
Does he
But
catch
I
you?
just said,
It doesn't look like there's contact in your helm.
huh.
I can't see this one, right? So this first one, I know he hits your sword because your sword goes that way. I don't know if he hits you here. It might
I
have
don't
been
think
high
he
up enough on your sword, but it doesn't look like it because he's full extended. You know what
and
I mean? Like
it's
power
touching
wise.
my shield.
Yep. And touching your shield.
I thought
exactly.
the second one landed, but
So when I frame by frame this, so no sword in sight here. I see the yellow line at the back, but there's the sword.
I think it must have hit my head there.
Right here, I see your sword in the way. It maybe have went through your sword and hit your head anyways.
I
That's
think
very
my sword
possible.
might be. I mean, I don't remember if I'm being honest, but I'm feeling pretty clear that he hit me in the head.
Yeah, it might have been that exactly that your sword hit your own head, and that was the feeling.
Could have been, yeah. And he probably can't see what's happening
You
behind the
can't
shield.
see, and yeah.
I still think, regardless, that I had bad footwork.
Yes, yeah, you fucked up and could have done way better.
I should have. I think actually stepping in would have been better.
Yeah, well, in
Right there.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Just step into his left hand.
Yep. And then go low, probably. Like turtle step throw.
And then go for the leg. Leg or work up, like leg to hot, like rising face stab.
Exactly, yep. That's exactly it. Nice. Cover up and go. Do you need the percussive, or is it when your sword is against your head already? Because it feels different. Like one's a pop where your sword then hits your head, but if your like sword is touching your head, then it feels like there's no like movement. It's just a transfer of force directly. Let me see that one again. Nice.
I think I hit him a little low by accident.
Oh.
Like it's in the
I was wondering
area.
why the kind of the guttural reaction.
I think this is also Ragnar Squire, but he's a lot newer.
Yes, they don't look nearly as comfortable. They look quite uncomfortable
Yeah.
in style.
Probably a great amp card fighter, and kind of just learning SCA fighting would be
Yep.
my guess. But I was happy with the arm hit, the arm shot on him.
That's pretty. Your slot shots continue to look good. Actually, that's one of the ones I hate finding you having to face that, because around here people just don't do that slot shot very often or execute it well, like timing wise.
Mm-hmm. It's one of my slot
It is.
and stab.
Well, that's your go-to. It does
Well,
really well.
slot. So the idea is that a slot is just a stab is just a long slot. Like it's a slot that you're out of range, and then you
Yeah.
just turn the point in at the end.
Yep.
Like so, the mechanic is supposed to be pretty similar. At least for that down the center one. Like obviously you have like high hand stabs and stuff like that, but
Is there more armored footage from War of the Rams?
I think there might be a couple of more fights on Rowan's channel. I didn't see any much else other than what I had taken. But there's only like 2 fights on Rowan's channel, I think. Yeah, if you look.
Is it a nope?
It was right. Those 2 at the very end. Yeah, that one and that one.
Oh, those are the fights. Okay.
Those are the fights. Yeah, I think that was the only other footage I saw from War of the Rams, as far as armored fighting. I don't know if anyone. I mean, most of it. This was the only real tournament. Everything else was melee stuff. Or there might have been one other tournament, but I didn't end up doing it. I don't think.
Gotcha. Oh, I missed that armored mustache. Yeah, yeah, sure does, and a cap and everything. That's cool. And abs, I guess. Lots of abs.
Oh yeah, doing the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool kit.
It runs a little close to Gnome from First Look, like the face look.
I don't know what those words mean.
Like, like a garden gnome. Like if I was
Oh,
like glancing
like
at this, which is what I thought at first, I was like, oh, it's a gnome, but I don't think it's meant to be, right? Like I think it's a hat.
Oh, okay. No. Okay, yeah. I
Oh.
thought you were maybe mentioning like a specific character or something.
No. I mean like garden gnome.
Like a gnome.
A Phrygian helm. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Good grab on that. Watch that again. Oop, fuck. I'm surprised they took that because it was mostly shield. Got a little bit on, just enough on him. Yeah, look at that. End the stick
Well-
right there.
Yeah. Might have been a little flattish.
Yeah, you look like you're in between the shot that Lachlan does, right? The back blade, and just a normal offside tap.
Yeah,
like you couldn't,
that's
like you couldn't make up your mind. Is what it looked like.
that happens to me a lot. Actually, it's another thing I'm trying to work on.
Yeah, because you're here. You look, your knuckles are nicely in line, and then you could have just gone forward with it.
Mm-hmm. There's also a shot that I worked on where you turn kind of an offside, but you turn it sort of you're going up and you catch him right like in the bottom of the face, like in the chin.
Okay. Yep.
So your hand is going up at that point, and so I think also maybe I was thinking that kind of like that shot. We call it the flick. I think Lachlan calls that a flick shot.
Okay.
And so it kind of caught between like 3 different shots, and then ended up just kind of.
Right. Didn't make a choice in the moment. Phrygian helm. We're gonna learn some.
Some armor shit.
Yeah. I am woefully ignorant about all the stuff that we do. Okay, cool. It does look like a gnome helmet.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, question, Golfred. Is the face covering portion, like the decorative portion, used in combat? I mean, assuming you're wealthy and can afford that sort of helmet detail. Or is this just a very modern idea of like the face adjacent decoration?
It seems like this crest thing would get caught.
Okay. Oh, I have no idea.
Way out to find out. No, I just assumed Golfer knew all about every period of history.
That you know what? They're way more knowledgeable than I am.
Same,
Hands
yeah.
down.
I'm not really like a armor nerd in that way.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm very function first.
Yeah.
Oh, this looks like a Rundor's shape helm. That's cool.
Oh yeah.
Little did you guys know, chat, that this is in fact an educational stream. Here we are learning about what a Phrygian helm is.
Well, the SEA is an educational nonprofit.
That is true. So true.
It looks like there's some SCA helms maybe mixed into this research.
That looks photoshopped. I don't think it is. It just looks it.
It does look a little weird, yeah.
The way it's like shot. That's cool. Learning. All right. Enough learning. Back to fighting.
Oh yeah, you can't really see this fight very well.
See shit. All right. That seemed very straightforward.
Just a head wrap, yeah.
Yeah. Head wrap. You shove shield into armpit. They can't wrap you at all. End
Yeah.
of that fight.
At least executed correctly, which is good. I think that is all of the armored fighting footage that I know of that was either taken by me or my friends.
All right. Let me look up. That's not what I want. I don't know how to spell Rothgar. I know it starts with an H. Oh, Rothgar.
Let's see. Hold on. Looks like it's Sir Hrothgar.
Sir Hrothgar. Did I do it? Yeah. Okay, great.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you. Thank you, chat. All right. I actually haven't watched most of these. I skimmed them a little bit. I want to watch some of this footage. You said you watched some of this already, right?
I watched some of this, yeah. I was surprised I didn't see any of you fighting.
I couldn't make it. Gaming over at Alessandro and Angeline's.
That's fair. This looks like a great practice, though.
Yeah, I've been to a few. It's always a dope practice. I don't
Where
know if
is
this is... Oh, this looks like it's still practice time and not... There was a tournament. They always do an unbelt tournament.
The unbelt tourney, right? Yeah. Didn't you get second one time?
Yeah.
Oh. Your only chance.
I know. Well, no. Yeah, actually, yeah. You're not wrong. The one before that, I was like very new.
Yeah, you can't find any more of those, what I'm trying to say.
That's true of the Rose tournament, too, which is so sad. Had
Yeah.
one opportunity.
Did you ever win the rapier side, either?
On Rose tournament? No, I got second. I think twice.
Oh, no.
Or something like that.
You
Top
came up
three
slightly
couple
short
times.
in both
Yeah,
heavy
yeah,
and
for the Rose.
rapier.
Yep. Well, that's fine.
It is ultimately a lesser tournament as far as prowess because of the...
Oh, there's not enough frames to know whether you clip. I think it's blocked because you can see, like, I think a little bit of that shield disappears behind the blade.
It looks like you can see the shield flexing.
Right, exactly. Yep. So I just wanted to grab the shot because one of the things I think you could have done better in this particular fight against Yuri is right here. You look like you are trying to go around them instead of into them. if that makes sense. Like if you went forward more with your shield in this moment right here, and like stepped your body a little bit more forward, and just really choked the pathway for Yuri's sword, I think you would also have been a little bit deeper with your wrap.
Which
Yeah, this is like
which
your
fighter
fading away.
are we talking about moving? Sorry.
The one, well, I was gonna say the one in blue, but with the teardrop.
The center grip teardrop.
Yeah,
Okay.
center grip teardrop. Yeah.
Are they in chat?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And,
Just making sure
yeah. Just
I
talking
understood
chat.
it was on the same page.
But I wanted, yeah, I think that it is just like overall, strategically speaking, it looked like too much fade from the advance. Yeah, trying to kind of like rotate around a little more than you probably needed to. Is that your knee? Oh, that's a knee.
The leg, I think.
Yeah, rip F in chat for knee. This is
Who needs knee armor?
Yuri and Vlad. His Majesty, and
Looks like a new fighter.
that looks like a brand new fighter. I don't know who that is. Or maybe I do, and it's a different kit.
Did that land?
I don't know. It didn't. At speed,
It
it didn't look good.
but the fighter reacted like it might have landed. You see it in slow mo.
Yeah, I
Or
wanted to.
frame.
Are they still? Oh, this is after the shot. Oh no, this is.
No, I think it was about the shot. I think the
Yeah.
shot's about to get thrown. Oh, I guess it does land.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just there's a touch at least. Whether it's good, I would assert it's not. It looks like it's.
It looks like
glancing.
it just kind of skips off.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
the
pretty
sword
good accuracy
travels
still, though.
very far.
Actually, if it had been a little lower, I think it could have been good, or it
Yes.
would have been better.
Yeah. There's too much room here. If the stick was like, yeah, exactly like you said, 2 inches lower, would have been a good shot.
How long you hide behind camera before you fight?
I've been fighting all day again. You've been in that tournament beating up people.
No. Ask was handed to Kudura.
Wilhelm just smoked Billy on that shot in the background there.
Ask was
Woo. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
So watch Wilhelm. He just goes floop. That slot shot that you like, plop.
Yeah,
right
that's
there.
good.
You can see it's
Found
fully
me.
behind the shield.
That's really
Oh,
good.
gotcha.
Good accuracy.
Yeah, I agree with Bryce on this one. I mean on the footage review. But yeah, I'm with you. When you're tired, like, yeah, that was good. Also in practice, better call if unsure.
Yeah.
That's leg shot. It's pretty.
Well, I think in practice, if something touches you and you didn't do anything to make it not good,
Yeah.
you can just call it just because it's better practice.
Yeah, right. That's how I tend to practice.
A tournament, I think, is different, but
Some people advocate the fighting at tournament calibration. Nice. Good follow-up shot.
I think it's reasonable to practice throwing your shots at tournament calibration, then call lighter so that you learn to,
I'll be better.
Spin move.
yeah. That was Jason's advice to me. He's like, if someone hits you and you didn't, like, even if it was super light, unless you stepped out or it was light because you blocked part of it or something.
Yeah, you did
to
something
just
about it.
call it,
Yeah.
because then you're just learn to, like, not let anything touch you ever.
Yep. I agree with that. Yeah, this is Duke Anton's practice. It's been a long-running tradition in Atlantia, down in the
Over
Carolinas. Yeah.
Over Thanksgiving weekend.
Yep. Not necessarily Thanksgiving weekend. They just do the 3-dog. They did one at WoW as well.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It's the 3-dog
Is-
practice whenever they.
Is that their household or something, or?
Anton's heraldry is 3 dogs. 'Cause I think he at all
Oh.
times owns 3 big dogs.
Okay.
So he's the 3-dog knight. That's my understanding. There's probably more lore that I don't know about.
That seems reasonable. That's cool. Stuff like that is awesome. Having just opportunities,
Yeah.
creating opportunities for people to fight is always good.
Yep. That's why I have a murder shed. Right there. Chat, is murder shed acceptable? Is that better than dojo or barn, or we've been calling it a few things. We haven't settled on a name yet.
I'd only ever heard murder shed, but didn't someone point out that there's no windows and it's kind of soundproofed a little because of the insulation?
Yeah. There is a single point of entry and no windows.
What's the word for like a fencing school? I think it's like an Italian or French word, like a sal or something like that. I think.
Battle barn. I like that.
Battle barn.
The ring. I don't know. There's a lot of options. I just haven't thought. Maybe put it to a vote at some point. Throw it out there in the socials and let people vote it and just be whatever the vote is.
Battle barn is pretty fun. That's
I
pretty
kind of
good.
I like. Is that a salé? Is that how you say it? A sal?
Salé? A salé or sal? That's a little too fancy for Boomy though.
A sal.
Which Nick is this?
Salé. Oh, it is salé. Like the helm.
Like the helm?
That's at least the same pronunciation.
Mm. I speak English, so, you know.
Rude.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know which Nick it is based on that answer.
Mystery Nick. One of the many.
One of the many Nicks.
Mm-hmm.
We should still do our, the flight of Nicks?
Oh, having a flight of Nicks and then arranging by most flavorful.
Yeah.
Is that how that works?
That was your idea.
Yeah. I don't remember if we're talking about like the context of fighting.
I think you were saying you wanted to fight all of the Nicks
In like in a
back to
row?
back.
Yeah. A
And
flight
then
of
be
Knicks.
like, which are the best?
I think that'd be a fun shtick.
Yeah.
Have all the Knicks line up and it's just you fight a flight of Knicks. You could have a table in the back where people drop the order of their vote for
yeah.
favorite Nick to least favorite Nick for the fight, for their specific fight. And then you see like the Knicks, there's gonna be like a prize at the end, a little tournament.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all want to run with that idea in Meridia's, please do. A flight of Knicks, Signy to Thigh Rest.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. It's like think
Nice leg shot.
Yeah, I like that.
Pretty and fast.
Oh, this fighter their stick is a real big curve of it. Interesting.
Yeah, the forward curve. It's actually a fairly not a common practice, but not uncommon either. I've seen a number of fighters prefer a forward curve stick. It definitely hits harder, right?
I've definitely heard people say if there is a slight curve in your stick to have the curve face forward.
Mm-hmm.
And then I've definitely seen a couple people who do videos of people who are fighting with kick sticks that clearly have a big curve and it's usually forward.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. It makes sense the way it would hit harder.
Exactly. Yep. And it hits around stuff a little bit more.
Yeah.
I did the exact same thing. When I have a curve, I'll point it forward.
Yeah.
Very good accuracy on that shot. That's very pretty. That's all. Like right above the knee.
Where is this practice? Like you said, it was at Anton's house, but where is that? In
North Carolina.
Virginia, North Carolina. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a drive for me. It's like I think a 3.5-4 hour drive for me, heading south.
That's fair.
But I've day tripped it before. It's fun.
Yeah.
I went with Golfrid and Taurus our first time that we went there. It's like
Nice,
within like not long after lockdown started lifted.
Yeah. I mean, 3.5 hours, 3 hours. That's pretty good for a good practice. That's not too bad
Yes.
worth
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Exactly.
I regularly go up to like Sven and the herd have a big practice usually.
This is
on,
what, like 2.5 for you?
It's about 3,
3?
3 depending on traffic. But yeah, I sometimes day trip. Usually I'll stay with someone
Right.
hang out.
If you can go crash.
Yeah.
You can crash with. I'm sure someone in the area will put up space for you.
So just treated wood is all wood?
Oh yeah,
So I used inch and a
it's
half.
a little farther than 3 hours from me to go to
Yeah.
South North Carolina, but
All right.
oh, this is the tournament.
Yeah, I didn't get to watch this.
Mhm.
This is Randall talking about the cool shit at the prize, I think. That looks like, I don't know that it is, but it looks like a Helga piece. That's my guess.
And we'll let the 2 finalists sing, gobble, gobble, bring it in.
There is His Highness.
Do you know who wins?
I don't.
Uh,
I
I
think
watched-
I do.
I
think
skipped
I
to the
heard
end to
it.
watch.
Oh, okay.
I skipped to the end to watch the finals
Oh,
because
no, it's wrong. This guy who's in that bucket home who walked past in the green is at my local practice.
oh,
I'm
nice.
glad he's down there. He's like the newest fighter. And the practice I go to down in Richmond, it is essentially like after Balin and I got made, basically a practice filled with knights and like a couple of brand new newbies. It's a huge gap.
It's a huge gap. Yeah.
I was the medium for however long I was the medium at that group.
That's fun. Better than the local practice I go to. We have like one knight who's pretty active, or semi-active, right now.
Otherwise, new folks.
It's like mostly like upper end unbelts.
Oh, okay, got it.
So like the most common are me, Gertz, and Wilhelm
Yeah, okay.
on Bellatrix, and so yeah, no one's a bad fighter, and we have a couple new company fighters. So no one's bad, just none of us have been knighted
Yet.
yet. Oh yeah. I'm pretty. Wilhelm's not that far off in my opinion. But,
Where do you think you are in the queue? If you had to take an educated guess, like how many people do you think should get it before you in your viewpoint versus where you are?
I think there's 3 to 5 people ahead of me.
Okay, in the queue.
It doesn't always work out that way, right? But
Yeah.
I can think of at least 3. I can think of definitely 3 people off the top of my head really easily that I'm like, I think these people deserve this before I do.
Oh, that shot is pretty.
That's a good shot. I
It's
like
just
that.
so end of stick, yeah. The accuracy on it, the speed on it, everything. That's a fast shot, especially from that position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 frames to touch.
Oh, 7 rand?
That's fucking fast.
It's faster than a rapier launch.
Yeah. And when I was watching it at speed, it moved. If it was, I think, 2 inches down the stick, it would have hit way harder.
Yeah.
There's not enough mass behind it. It's all tip speed.
Central hold.
Oh. Well, hold
That's
on.
definitely one of those that I think, like, some people would call, some people wouldn't call. Like, not, it's like edge case, I think. Oh,
Nice.
good leg.
Yep, very pretty.
That was a true J hook. It turned up.
Yep. That's what I've been practicing specifically, is getting my leg wrap to be more and more J hooky as opposed to like reach around wrap.
Yeah.
Which is what I normally do.
The shield popped out a little bit when he threw that, but
Yeah, the peak was on the right side, which is interesting. The right side peak to look at the leg for a target. What I've been working on is specifically targeting the J hook without having to look. Like practicing the idea that I cannot see it with my eyes because the shield positioning blocks it, but it's wide open because they're shoving their shield at me.
yeah.
And just trusting that it's there and knowing how to fire hard into it.
I think
Nice
that's
shot,
good.
Yuri. That was pretty. Look at all these judging knights just chilling and judging.
Mhm. Well, a little motion sick from that.
Oh, yeah. They're working around. I don't know who that is with the 2-stick in the red. Hey, chat, who's that in the 2-stick? The 2-stick red. I don't know them. Or at least I don't recognize them offhand. I might know them. I don't recognize them.
That's very different.
Yeah, that's true. Chat, help. Who dat? Who this human? All right. Moving on.
We do know that Boomy does not have the best recognition of people.
No.
We got one more guy that lost coming down.
Okay, cool. So it's not somebody who like comes out regularly. I was like, I don't recognize a kid, definitely. It's I've been fighting
Loser's side of the
consistently
field.
enough to
Everyone here
know
has
most
one
people's kids at this point.
Yeah, I'm way more likely to know someone's kit and how they fight than their name.
Definitely. I feel like that's common for fighting, right?
I think so.
Chat, do you agree? Is it easier to recognize people by kit and or fighting style than their skating name or mundane name?
Kit over name for sure, yeah. Do you know who these fighters are, Boomy?
I recognize both of them by kit. Couldn't tell you their names.
Fair enough.
She has fairly recently started fighting in Atlantia. I don't know if they were transplanted or got back into fighting. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I noticed their kit. Like the first time I saw them, I noticed their kit right away. I was like, that's a very
Yeah.
pretty kit.
It is. I like the shield.
Mm-hmm. The whole
The whole,
thing was very well put together.
it's very distinctive, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
This person I have only I believe they're pretty southern and probably don't travel too far, because I've only seen them at like War of the Wings and sparsely on the melee field.
Fair enough.
Winners bracket.
This is a double limb tournament, right? This is a speed tourney?
That's the normal speed double limb. Yep.
Yeah. It's a good format.
Fold to lost side and then just wrap and speed fight.
Yeah.
There. Yep. Randall's pushing out the speed fighting.
Yeah, the herd run speed tournaments for unbelts a lot of times too. They kind of stole it from Atlantia. I assume they stole it from Atlantia.
I don't know, but I like the format a lot. It is
They do it at a.
good to get shit done.
They've been running not every crown, but a lot of times they will run a crown after crown is over. They'll have an unbelt tournament, which is pretty fun. Makes it so you have a little more fighting. Since our crown format is usually just a single limb.
Yeah.
So even the unbelts.
It's
get a bit
brutal,
more
man.
fighting.
Your crown is harder than ours, I think, in that regard, because it's more weighted by luck of the draw.
Yeah.
Man, your flat snap's looking crisp.
Yeah, I
in
like
this
those,
tournament.
just popping those out,
Yeah.
almost little jabs.
Yep.
I like that.
Get him, Agnar!
I mean, I would say you should throw a slot instead because of the way the person is standing. But
Yeah, you could have slot. That is true. That's a good observation. You could have changed the shot to this slot. It would
slot
probably,
or stab.
and brought your fist a little to your left to hit that slot shot. I was going to say one of the biggest things to add to your kit, your fighting kit specifically, not the physical kit, is when you pump, you're very still. Like you do a pump to the shot right at the beginning, but you don't move your feet at all. I think you could pump with a step and kind of deceive the amount of range you get. Because right here you pump the onside. Right here, right there. I think you can do that, but add a small step in to be able to just get a little bit more stick on the person. Like change up your footwork and get in the range that you want for that very fast shot.
Get him, Agnar!
Yeah, your pump caused them to step back, which put it at the end of the stick.
You're also like I'll go back and say like all three of those shots were like kind of into their defense versus they're
like
not
a
really
high
guarding.
hand up and over, or
Yeah, maybe a
slot
little
shot
higher
through,
or a slot because their hand. I mean, they're a little closed more now, but
Yeah.
they're really not
Yeah.
blocking. Oh,
Do you use that flat snap as a like try to get them on their on edge and responsive to it.
That would make sense.
Oh, nice shot.
I know I've met this guy in the blue and black a couple times, but
Lucian?
I blanking.
Yeah, you met him
Lucian, yeah.
a
Okay,
number
yeah.
of times. As Felix Esquire.
Oh,
Dude,
okay.
he's gotten really fucking good. His A range, AB range is very good.
Hey, that was good.
Oh. God damn it, Randall.
It wasn't glancing. You don't have to call it good, but there was nothing glancing about that. It landed directly down the center of your helmet. You can call
I like the hot rod tunic.
it wasn't glancing.
That's pretty
Oh,
dope.
yeah.
That's cool.
Light or good.
Walk in a line.
All right, next fight.
Lay on.
Like this stance is one of the things I was talking about earlier. Like when they cant that
Oh, yeah.
pointed end towards you here, like your eyes cannot see anything but a shit ton of shield. But if I were to step forward and put my fist kind of right next to this pointed shield, the wrap is just there. The J hook is just
Yeah,
there.
because there's all this space.
There's
in
this
this pocket
huge amount of room.
between.
Yep.
Yep.
And so what I've been working on the last many weeks is just entries into this space,
Yeah.
and then freezing the shield high, because I think everybody in Kingdom at least will react to me doing a thrust of motion
Yeah.
and use that as the timing to get closer to then throw that J.
Something I've been working on recently is when I step into A range is to basically broaden my feet out so that basically that space goes away. So like tuck the shield to the knee
Yes. Yeah.
and then kind of go into almost a horse stance. So that you
Yep.
can't
With
throw
a
the J.
slight one leg forward and slight one leg back. Same
Yep.
here. Literally that. Yep. Just walking into A and fighting that. Now I can kind of
And
go lateral left right, use more
Yeah,
shield
and if you-
manipulation.
And if you have that stance, your shield is basically touching your thigh and knee, and you can't
Yeah.
get J.
Yep. That's exactly.
Yep.
That's exactly.
That's
I'm with you.
lit. And every like old knight here in Obscure has a good J hook. It seems like so. Just automatic.
Yeah, I want to try to get away from just doing the wraps kind of around and start doing more J hooks just in general. That's a good sounding offside. I don't know if it had the
Yeah,
power, but
definitely
it had,
touch. Yeah.
it had the,
Oh, no.
the snap.
Yeah.
Sneaky,
Good
that's
stab.
nice. Yeah,
Yeah. Stop thrust.
that was good. That was good, sneaky stop thrust.
Come on down to where it's flat if you want.
Do you know who your opponent is here?
Prepare yourselves.
That's another person I don't necessarily recognize.
Lay on.
Nice.
Shield was way too low.
Yeah. Oh, and the targeting was good back of the head as opposed to
Yeah.
the front of the head. Yeah.
Nice shot.
That was pretty good. Like Lucian's gotten really good at just being patient, being very comfortable in his defenses. Oh,
Yeah, I've been impressed with their defense. But that was a good
very
little
good
combo there.
onside. Yep. And it was also a good delay on that onside after the
Yeah.
offside drop. He didn't just drop. It was a throw the offside, chill for a second, wait for it to come down, and then turn it.
Who's this guy in the purple?
Their name is Steiner. Another one
Steiner.
who's been doing
That
pretty well.
Randall Square?
Yeah, one of Randall's.
Good fight, guys.
Oh, did he get tip onto? No, he must have. All right. Less pairing. More attacking, please.
So this is the loser bracket side,
Yeah, I think so.
based on who's out here on the last round of watch.
Zach. Cool. I hope you drag him out to some of the bigger things. They seem like they're enjoying themselves. Also, getting this deep in this tournament is pretty good for second time in armor, honestly.
Yeah, that's awesome.
You know. They move like a person who has an athletic background, like a sport background of some sort. Nice. Ooh.
Yeah.
What?
I thought it was weird that he stopped, and I thought he was calling one of
Yeah,
them,
he
but I
was
guess-
thinking about it, it looks like. Yeah, the one to the shoulder.
It was a little sloppy.
You know. That's for chat. I want to translate John. He just said the southern equivalent of Oblast.
Yeah, bless their hearts.
Yeah, just being like in shape and a reasonably athletic human. I think coming into at least this particular community and activity, you just have a leg up.
Yeah.
What is he a black belt in? A shit ton of wrestling, like Greco, that makes you a monster walking. That's cool. I assume the grappling sport if they're a wrestler, if Zach's a wrestler.
Nice block return there.
Yeah, that was a really.
Knee.
I think that probably went calf. That's my guess.
Definitely low.
Yeah. Yeah, low on the reaction, based on the reaction, but yeah, that block return's pretty. Block, return, block. Boom.
Yeah.
Well played on both your parts.
Oh, that might have been like shin almost.
I can't tell at all. No idea.
Definitely very low.
You know. My guess is calf, based on the depth.
Yeah. Whatever it happens.
Yeah, it happens. Exactly. For me, it's getting hit in the calf twice, like just the big muscle part, and all of a sudden you can't walk
Yeah.
quite as well.
You-
Like, fuck me.
I imagine you probably get hit low more often because you're tall.
Yes.
'Cause that's
And when I was
Seems
using
like
a round shield, it drove all the fucking shots into my calf.
oh yeah, the little oval.
Yeah. I don't mind my shin because I wear shin armor. It's specifically calf that kind of blew me up.
Yeah.
That was the worst.
You wear calf armor, I guess, if you wanted.
Yeah, that exists. I wouldn't want to. Seems.
I don't even want to wear shin armor, so
Do you not? Okay.
no.
Well, that's good to know. I just attack your shit.
You're
Oh,
gonna
sorry,
have
John. That's a lot. My bad.
So chivalrous, sir. Buddy.
Do you know how far I have to go to find your shin?
You're pretty
I
far.
travel a zip code to find your shin.
I would definitely hit you in the head if you did that. You might win the fight, but I might win the fight, but who would win if you hit me
Yeah,
in the shin?
that isn't that the real question.
Yeah. To hobble back to camp afterwards, but
Yeah. Everyone's gonna be mad at me for hurting you.
oh yeah,
I'm excited,
you
man.
probably-
Golf's coming up.
yeah. Some people would be happy, some people would be mad.
Some people would laugh, depending on how trolly they were feeling.
Most of my friends are pretty trolly.
That's a hell of a lean. Woo!
Oh wow.
Also, I love that he's throwing thrusts now. Lucian just put on a thrusting tip like last many months,
Nice.
and Felix has been trying to teach him how to thrust.
Mm.
I'm gonna help him with that tomorrow, Saturday when he comes over.
Is he one of the people coming over?
Yeah, I think so.
Sweet, yeah. That was very close.
That was very impressive.
Oh, was he gonna take it? Okay, he took it. Okay, yeah, yeah. I thought it looked kind of good, honestly,
Losers
but
bracket. All these fighters have one loss.
he did a good. Lucian did a good shield, little shield tap to
Yes,
set that stab
yeah.
up that I liked.
Agreed. Yeah.
That was a good fight.
Yeah, he's starting to find his groove with not just like being really solid in his defense, in A and B especially, certainly in general, but he's also finding his ability to not attack without a setup. Like that's the thing I think he was missing. I think the only thing missing in his fighting kit, as it were, is the confidence and the read on people, and he's working on that now. Like the ability to read and abuse people's weaknesses or habits.
Yeah.
Which is what I think I actually have. That's the thing I have most of.
Yeah.
Mechanically, I'm behind other people by a bit.
That would make sense because you're coming from a different, like
Yep.
another fighting background.
Nice offside. That's good. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Last four in the losers bracket. All these
All
fighters
right.
have one loss.
My wife's family lives down there. Make ready! Leon!
I'm glad someone filmed all this. It's nice.
Yeah, Rothgar filming is nice.
Yeah!
Oh, nice.
Nice.
That was almost a slot.
So he uses that to charge in. That is a slot.
Yeah, I'd call
It's
that
not
slot.
maybe a
Nice.
slot. It's just.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boop. Pop right there.
Yeah!
That's great.
It's also Randall Square, right? And the blue.
Yeah, that's Yuri, who's Randall Squire.
You can definitely see the resemblance in their fight, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, like that shot is very
Yeah.
Randall.
Just a lot slower.
I don't even know if it's slower, to be honest. I just don't think it's delivered with the strategic
power.
mindset.
Yeah, I feel like Randall's shots are crisper than those ones
Yeah.
were being thrown. But
Yeah, I agree.
like he also might. This is the end of the tournament. Probably
Yeah.
tired.
I really mean like, it is Randall's is faster. I think that's a pretty hard stop, but
Yeah.
not by some great amounts.
Four fighters.
I think it really is
You're
like,
saying more that the difference is that Randall's throwing those at better times. Is what you're trying to
yes,
say.
yeah, the timing, the understanding of
sure.
timing is way better. That's the
Yeah.
and the strategic use of different shots.
Is this who you would have expected to be in the top
Yes.
part of this tournament?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I mean, usually you know, right? It's just
Yeah. Who shakes out as the general?
like the Unbelt tournament we watched in Onsier. I was not surprised with the top 3.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's like I knew it was gonna be me and then Hari, and then I kind of forgot about Escavis a little bit. But as soon as I thought about it, I'm like, oh yeah, of course.
I'm surprised they didn't take your tournament and put it into like a semis at least, and make it kind of a showcase.
I'm not sure. I think they were just trying to kind of blow through it.
Yeah, crank it
Also,
out.
everyone was pretty dead by the end of that tournament.
That's all the more reason to do it.
Yeah, I would have been fine with that.
Make the fight. Oh yeah, exactly. And you have earned advantage.
There were some Squires or some Unbelts that were complained about the tournament. They were like, "This is like too much fighting," which I think is ridiculous.
I
Nice.
think that's pretty
Hey,
good. Yeah. I saw that block to the head because you punched through their sword to touch
Yeah.
head, but I thought this wrap was pretty and clean. Like looks obviously above knee based on leg bend, and they react to it right. Like that's aw shit. Don't love my leg being touched.
I think it must have come up and not dug in enough.
Maybe.
Maybe, or
I don't know. Didn't feel it as much in the heat of battle. Hard to say. You have good returns on the onside blocking. It's pretty. Both the hanging block return to kind of Moulinet-ish.
I didn't see what landed on that last. Oh, okay, yeah, there. Face hit.
Yeah.
Or not? Okay, no, not that. Oh, there, okay, I saw it. It's like offside, I think.
Got it. Thank you for the clarification. You weren't, sir. I didn't see. I thought that first leg wrap looked happy, looked good, but it's hard to see in this angle to see if your hanging block to return was good. So the block was obviously good. I mean, frame by frame that. Oh, nope.
Yeah, it goes over the sword.
That's over the sword, yep. I would assert it still makes some sort of contact, but probably glancing contact. So you took this offside that came right before the leg shot. How did they get you with that offside? Oh, I see. Those end
Just
of
flicks
stick.
down.
Yeah. And it comes down a little. That's a pretty good angle and stick placement to get past your higher defense.
Yeah, I
It's hard
like
to
the
tell
angle on
that,
that.
but, yeah, okay.
That's kind of the goal for a lot of the way I try to throw my shots.
Like pull your fist a little bit back and find that.
Yeah,
that
and then
sweet
find
spot
this like
angle.
weird little flick, either offside angle or little like kind of little how it just kind of flicks in. But
Yep.
but Nonsir, that is more commonly called Nonsir with people if you like move their grill,
Yeah.
Unbelt tournament.
pop them in the face. Because it's hard to make those angles hard.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I think that's why I thrust way more here contextually.
No, that totally makes sense.
Because
Yeah.
I can put as much power as I need to to convince somebody.
And pop a thrust a little harder to the face. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think I have the capacity, like with the control that I have, and the general person that I have, to like pop most people to like a staggered back step with a
Yeah.
thrust, if need be.
Is the finals?
Yeah, looks like it. Oh yeah, it looks like a bow 3 finals. Steiner and Lucian. Nice job making it through the semis, by the way. That's good work. Man, I remember when Lucian first started. Crazy. We started about the same time.
Cool.
I think he's been doing it for maybe less than a year more.
He looks pretty good.
No, he's getting very good. I think so. He's got a lot of like, at least from what I understand from the outside in, kind of tournament nerves. Lucian has, and so he's never fought in Crown or anything. But this last Crown, he did step in as the destructive buy for one of the pools that had less people.
Oh yeah.
So they made
Nice.
that one buy destructive because of that reason. So that equals out the number of fighters. And he seemed to really enjoy himself. And I was like, yeah, I would fight in Crown now. I don't feel nearly as bad about this.
That's good. It's good to kind of like chip away at those feelings.
Yeah. I mean, he was giving the entirety of the pool a run for their proverbial money.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, yeah, you're going to do just fine. You will not embarrass yourself. You've got a good fight.
Yeah.
If that's what you're worried about. And even if you do, who cares? You got to get in the reps.
Really, you don't have to be everyone should try to fight in Crown, right?
I think so.
I don't think you need to be a good fighter to fight in Crown.
No,
Like you
I
can
don't
just
think
be
you
there
need
to
to.
learn.
Mm-hmm. That's how I feel.
Like the worst that can happen fighting in Crown is you win. Like
Yeah.
if you're someone who's nervous about that.
Yep.
But most likely you'll just learn stuff. So
Correct.
I've fought in every Crown that's happened since I started fighting heavy.
Same. You and I are built differently, obviously.
Don't feel different.
You can't tell me that's not true. In that regard, I have met more people that are nervous about tournaments than are like than thrive off of it. You and I, while we get nervous, I don't think.
I get super nervous, and I used to get even worse,
But it's like there's
doesn't mean
still
I'm
like
not going to do it.
an amount of like thriving off of it as well. Like
Yeah.
it doesn't stop us from doing the thing at all. I kind of like it. I like the nerves and the adrenaline dump and all that stuff.
Yeah.
To me, it's like
I've definitely grown to like it. I think when I first started, I did not like it, but I just still liked fighting enough, and I was like, I wanted the recognition, I guess. So I was like, I'll just deal with this until I
same.
grew to like it.
And you have everything to earn, right? When you're newer, like there's nothing. There's very little to lose.
Oh, nice offside.
That was good offside. Yeah,
Very
that was pretty.
clean.
Yep. That was well fought on both the parts. That was like a grind of endurance
Yeah.
more than anything else.
Yeah, that both being legged fight is tiring.
Yeah. Is that double? Or both they stuff each other's
I think they
shot?
were both, yeah. So I do not like them kind of standing at that range.
Oh, wanting to hang out and like be a border?
Yeah, kind of deep. Yeah, I think you should either step back or in.
I agree. Both of them have
not saying
very
I don't-
good like
I'm not saying I
shield
don't-
sword mechanics.
Yeah. I'm not saying I don't make the mistake of doing that too. I just know that it's bad.
Oh, didn't we just watch one where you froze in front of the two-sworder
Yeah.
in that spot?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I
Yeah,
don't
I'm
disagree at all. You should be working in and out more. Both of these fighters, I think their biggest improvement spot is to be better with range changing with their feet. Like that's what we'll take because they have great. I think what I think of is perfectly good to great in Lucian's case upper body mechanics like sword
Was
shield.
that, was, that a, was that an offside head from Lucian?
One.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, pretty.
that was very good.
Pretty is fast.
This is well timed because his
Yeah.
hand was throwing, so it wasn't back.
Oh yeah.
High hand, yeah, that's really good.
Right after the throw, immediately bring that elbow up, shoulder. Shield stays mostly in place. Has line of sight to where he's fighting, throwing
Deep.
deep. Yeah, that's exactly that. The deep part matters. Like we're what 1/3 a stick in. You see the bend.
Yeah, that's really good.
That's a lot of force
It's like
transfer
an
through.
ideal offside.
Yeah.
It's hard to block too.
I don't
because
get those that
angle,
clean.
It goes over the. Even if his hand had been a little better in position, it goes over the block.
Yes. Yeah. Fucking pretty.
One. Unbelt tournament.
It's common in Atlantia.
Oh, I think Golfred. Are you talking about the kind of like
Range?
chilling in the AB range? Yeah, I think that's the reference.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with that. I think he's right.
Yeah. Oh, he slaps that out offside again. Yep. Same offside shot. Man, that's pretty. I see Lucian move, and if I'm in his B, I'm already stepping back out. I see him move at all. I just don't let him get into his B.
Yeah.
Why would I fight somebody with better hands and better defense than I have in that range? Fuck that. I'm gonna fight out at my C. Your can't reach me.
C or A, never B. In general.
Yeah, that's how I feel. C and A. B has too much risk.
Yep, it's too coin flippy because you're just working on
You're
like
both
hand
on fire.
speed, and,
Yeah.
and it's too like at that range. Someone doesn't even have to be that fast for it to be hard to block because of the distance is too close, right?
Yes, that's exactly how I feel.
Three dog night tourney
All right, just taking pictures. Hold on.
And like I said, not always good at doing it, but
Yeah.
that is the goal.
Easier said than done, right? Always. That's
Yes.
always true. Nice. That was
That's the
fucking.
goal.
That was dope. Let's look at
Yeah.
some. All right. How many of this should we watch? There's a lot here. That's a lot.
It's fucking lot.
All right.
there's-
You tell me the couple of fights you think are best worth or most worth.
Let's see. There are some fights with Miguel, which is a little less common.
The Rowan Miguel one.
Yeah, let's do the Rowan Miguel one. And Rowan, if you're watching, you can.
Rowan watching.
I don't know. I don't think Rowan is watching, but
Are you really going to steal a piece of my regalia off of my chair?
You gotta wear your collar. Why aren't you wearing it?
Oh, shit. It's under the-
yes, this is on the left is Rowan, Millicent Rowan, who is my cadet, and then on the right is Master Miguel, who is my brother. And Rowan is actually both of our students
I can't.
from way back.
Where's his mod medallion?
There's a collar, but that collar doesn't have a medallion.
Oh, okay.
That's actually my collar.
Did he forget his?
He forgot his, yeah.
You know what's funny?
But isn't his yours?
His is mine. I still have his fucking. I've been wearing his consistently
Yeah.
in all the photos of the last
Well,
6 months since Penzic.
This is the first event Miguel has gone to since Penzic.
I
And I
fucking.
think he
I didn't remember that we traded our medallions at some point.
no, he remembers. Because he's like, I have to go to Gulf War so that I can trade back with Boomy.
Get his silver medallion back. That's funny. Yeah, I've been wearing his shit for the last however long.
Yeah. He still has it. He just didn't pack it. He forgot to pack any of his regalia. So I'm like, oh, I have this extra collar here. Wear it.
Yeah, keep it extra, a couple extra.
Literally all of it.
If I wore all my regalia, I wouldn't be able to walk.
Miguel just doesn't go to enough events to like have that like have it, you know.
Yeah.
I gave away all the other.
But it's
He's going to golf?
He wants to. He might have to. He's not sure if he has to work or not. He's freelance, and there's a lot of work to be done in the music industry during that week. Is a big music festival in Austin.
Which one is it?
South by Southwest.
Oh, yeah. That's huge.
So he doesn't really want to work during that time.
Yeah.
If he doesn't have to, because it's kind of a pain apparently. But he might, just depending on how his finances.
You know,
are
the
going, he
week
might.
before is Mardi Gras. I bet you could find a gig in New Orleans the week before. Like, go early, just work a week, and then go do golf.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. No, if he can afford it and doesn't have to work that week, he'll go to golf. Or he might do like part of golf and part of like work the first part of the week,
Gotcha,
and then come
yeah.
the second half of the week or
Come on,
something.
yeah.
He says working the first part of the week is better because things are less gross
Yeah.
in Austin. But he definitely, I did talk to him about like potentially doing a New Orleans day on the trip if you had time.
Yeah. Rowan, get that shit. Rowan, I'm talking to you in YouTube land right now. Stop doing that. That
What
parry,
specifically?
that down,
the parry?
the parry clear is so fucking big and slow. You can do better.
Yeah.
Like
Yep, agreed.
if they cleared forward with the blade. So chat, what my gripe is here, why I'm whinging is this clear. I missed my attack, and then I'm doing a full clear. The blade should be very, very much forward, and you only need to clear to about the knee. They have the tip very close to their own boot here, and it's very
Well, really
vertical instead
in
of
the dirt.
forward.
Yeah,
That tip should be forward by like 2 feet.
I agree. Yeah.
It's faster. It covers more defensively with less motion.
Mhm.
So, future Rowan, I hope
I
someone
think they
clips
got
this and
lucky.
sends it to you.
I think they got lucky here because
Yeah,
if you look at Miguel's hands are right in front of him and much
Yeah.
more.
he's
a
also
better shot.
like he shouldn't be stacked like this either,
Probably not.
but he's rusty.
Yeah, this is the first time he fenced since Fensic, but
Is that on film? The bout that you had to do with Lucian.
Ooh, they have to fight species. The visitor.
Nice.
Nice. That's pretty. That's a good double disengage.
He wants his offhand back.
yeah. Bam was super good this year. It was super fun. A lot of good fighting to be had in both
Yeah.
fields.
I got what's the armored equivalent of a Queen's Rapier in Ostura?
A falcon.
Watch stuff.
A falcon. I would go try to get a falcon.
You should, yeah. I have 4.
Fucking show off. Still not a knight.
I don't. Yeah, how many do I have to turn in to get? I've made that joke several times. Like, how many falcons does it take to get knighted?
Hey man,
Can we see that exchange again?
I stopped earning. I stopped having the ability to earn shark teeth twice over, and
Yeah.
quickly. Oh, boom! We ran a line with a spear. That's expected of a knight of Atlantia.
Mm-hmm. Shouldn't have set such high expectations. Should have sucked for longer, Boomie.
Oh, he just whiffed. That's what
I
happened.
think he just
He
missed
straight
the
up
leg.
whiffed. Yep.
Yeah.
Although good. What could Rowan have done better here on the entry? Her pen step was good. I don't have any issue with this. The step forward.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think she presented a reasonable target for the deceive the dagger. Like the sword should have been a little bit more forward and either high or low to force the dagger into movement.
Yeah, I agree. There wasn't enough. It looks more like she's just sort of stepping and not.
Yeah.
There's not a threat here with the hand.
Yeah, I think by this point in the step, this hand should have been here and the tip should have been low instead of having that follow. That's, I think, too many frames too late. Right? Because now this is the, hey, I'm faking you out. Low, I swear. But Miguel just doesn't react to that low probe.
Yeah, he doesn't buy by any of it. Yeah.
at that point, and believes he has the free shot to the leg. Yeah, I think the probe could have happened 5 frames prior.
Oh, and then
Catcher,
body.
Yeah. Yep. Boom.
Good on Miguel's side. Good dagger, and then
Yeah,
good
good
transition
dagger,
from the
yep.
miss leg to the body.
Exactly. Yeah, just a flick up to the in 4, and there's that parry again.
Yeah, Rowan kind of
Yep.
spooks and just tries to do a wild parry.
Yeah, that clear parry. Yeah, I believe they should have this.
Well, that's also a bad parry because he's on the outside anyway, and
Yeah.
she's parrying inside.
Yeah, could have dropped. But still, this should be out of the vocab, I think. I
Yeah, I
think
agree.
as her peer, it is incumbent upon yourself to clip this specific shot and send it directly. Anyways, moving on. I mean, you are the
Miguel's also
peer.
her peer. Miguel is also her peer.
Well,
in the
he's doing his duty here by exposing the weaknesses.
Yeah, that's a good point. Good point.
You, however, are now having to go back and explain why they are not as efficient as they could be. And should be more efficient. Be a good peer. And all
I
that.
agree. Well, I'm just a single peer. What do I know?
I know.
With a double
You
peer.
haven't caught up yet. It's all right. You also haven't caught up. I have now 2 6th place finishes. I'm feeling pretty good about that.
Yeah, that's good.
Showing
Good crown,
consistency. Yeah. I think I don't think you've caught that level of depth in your pool yet.
No, I think I can't remember how many left. I think there was a few more people left after in the last crown I went to. I did go pretty far. Went 3 rounds in, which is for a single limb.
Yeah, it was good. I
It's
think that's
not
the
bad,
deepest one,
but
right,
yeah.
for you? That would put you at, what do you think, like 16? Somewhere in there?
I don't remember that there wasn't. I'd have to go look and see if I remember how many people were still left.
Yeah. If you have the
might have
starting
only
number, you
been,
can figure it out.
Yeah, it might have only been like 8-ish.
That's good.
It wasn't a very. Our crowns aren't huge.
Nice. Nice arm catch.
I'm hoping. I mean, it's very draw dependent too, right?
Yes. Yeah, your crown is just so draw dependent. And I kind of dislike that concept or that part of it.
Yeah, if you're good enough to beat everyone, it doesn't matter.
Hey, man, that is as true as can be.
Yeah. They normally do. What was that? They a lot of times will do a precedence challenge for the first round, so it
Challenging
usually
uphill.
ends up.
Remember you told me
So,
about that?
Yeah. So like they didn't do that for the last round. Last round they did a random draw, but like it was truly random. Like they had people come onto the field with a hat with all the names in it, and then
Oh, proper random. Yeah.
yeah, like
Nice.
not random. Like you know how some tournaments are random, but they're really not.
Yeah.
Can we see that again? That was a good exchange.
Yeah. You have a question from the Mystery Nick in chat.
Which was the most interesting pickup from the list? It's a good question. I mean, I enjoy watching Miguel fight, like just because he's so smooth and controlled. So, kind of most of his fights. Maybe Nikislav and Miguel was probably the most interesting one, just because because they're also both kind of weird fights.
What an interchange here. I like it. Roan goes leg. I don't know if that hits. Yeah, it is, right? Frame by frame, it looks wild. Like this frame right here is pretty crazy looking.
Yeah, I think that might be passe
On the foot or the to
on
Rowan's head?
the Rowan's head neck.
Yeah,
Like Miguel's shot, I think is just past.
yeah, just not quite.
Oh, nice.
Gets
And
the,
she comes back up. Yeah.
picks up with a dagger and throws. Throws in.
That is fully ducked over though.
Oh, he
They're
gave
kind
up.
of both.
Yeah.
They're both like that. They're
He
really.
tried. I think Miguel tried to seed.
Mhm. Yeah.
And just like, nah, down the center, free.
If Mike's hand had been more, dagger hand had been more, had that wall on that side better.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
I'm trying to convince Miguel to come out for Adult Swim. He kind of wants to, but
You guys are always welcome to crash. With actual bedrooms and a battle barn.
a battle barn. Best kind of barn.
Mm-hmm. Good change up on that.
Yeah, Rowan's been practicing that transition to dagger range, and
Yep.
it's been working pretty well for them.
I think
And it
they
is
have
particular. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think they have the foot speed and awareness
Yeah,
to do it. Well,
it is specifically kind of a weakness for me to like remember that people will do that sometimes.
yeah.
Like they daggered me several times.
You mean get back to doing that to you? There was a period in our fighting where that was a go-to for me. Like where if I
I
won
do remember that.
exchanges, I would win like a 3 out of 5 or whatever on that alone.
Yeah, that did annoy me.
I can go back to that if you want.
If you want, sure. Whatever you think works for me. I'll go back to hitting you in the foot then.
Hey, I won our last exchange.
You did.
I'm just
You
saying.
did. In rapier.
In rapier. Mm-hmm. That's the that's where I'm proud.
I did win our last armored exchange.
Good.
Who has the starfish right now?
Oh. I think I gave it to you because I was missing another leg by the time I gave it to you this past Benzik.
I think it was either me or Torres has it. I think Torres might have it.
Oh, Torres took it off of me.
I think Torres took
right
it after me.
after Alsturin.
Oh, right after the Onsturin,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah.
He
Mhm.
pounced.
I could have fought probably anybody and lost, to be very honest. But I was so like dead from basically spending all of my like brain power.
Yeah.
I was like, I can't.
Either after a big win like that, either I'm going to fight super good or super bad.
Yeah, I fight awful after
Yeah.
a really intense tournament, especially
You
after
just, like,
winning.
Yeah, because it's all you just release it all, right? You're not
Yeah.
like
Yeah, all the tension built up in a tournament of like trying to win. It's like, all right, I'm done. Anymore, can't
Yeah.
hold more tension. Too tired. Sorry. I want to. I will try my best always for when people challenge me for anything. But sometimes that
yeah.
is
Miguel is
very different.
chat to Miguel is probably the smoothest fighter I know personally.
All right. You said which one was the most interesting?
Miguel Nikoslav, and I think Nikoslav's in chat, so
Slav. We've never fought. I would like
I assume
to.
I'm pretty sure that's the Nick.
You done it wrong. Right.
No, he's saying nope. That you've never fought.
Oh, got it.
Unless it's Tiny Nick. No, it's Tiny Nick's got to have Tiny Nick as his username, right?
I don't know. I don't know.
They,
If it's username
they
yet.
usually do for everything. Okay, good.
Jesus.
Nice.
Just almost. I was like, get back over here.
I have fond memories of winning the 5-man Iron Star back there,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and then losing the next day to the 3-on-3. I think.
Yeah, you lost 3-on-3 with me. Me, Miles, and Leandra beat you and Alice and Elizabeth, I think.
Yep.
We also had a pickup set with Edwin Mercer right here.
Yeah, I have that on wax.
So. Yeah, Slav did some weird stuff, and Mike did some weird stuff. So I thought this was kind of maybe one of the more interesting fights out of the ones that happened.
So, technical question: do you call a redouble like a retriple
I
or something else?
just
Or did you call it a redouble again?
I just probably another redouble, even though a retriple would probably be more technically correct. What does chat think about that?
Is retriple a terrible word? I'm pretty into Battle Barn right now. So whoever gave that suggestion, thank you. I had to look up to see who gave that suggestion.
Properly credit.
Exactly. I credit the creativity.
Can we see that exchange? That was cool.
That's hard.
I want to see. So good pickup.
Kind of hilt parry there.
Yep.
Dagger.
Immediate throw. Dagger comes down to try to pick up. Sword disengages. Double disengages.
Did he disengage or did they just miss? Go back.
Miguel did a double disengage.
Oh, okay.
Specifically.
He does do that.
And Slav, I believe. I think that's just passe. I don't know.
Yeah, both.
I don't know. No, there's some guard touch here that probably threw it slightly offline, to be honest. Like a Keon or a guard glance here. Because there's frames that we don't see, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Miguel got, because this was probably in line to hit. And then right here, whatever little bit of displacement plus probably a little bit of outward travel from the guard.
Yeah, I agree. It looks like that.
And here, the void, some clashing into each other, causes both to go offline.
Yeah, so like the profiling on the extension.
A slight
I think
profile,
gets
yep.
them out of the way, yeah.
Gets them out of the way. Their follow-up dagger is...
Yeah, so Slav was actually
Pretty
killing me a lot
solid.
with the dagger thing, like you used to do, Boomy.
Yeah. Until I found out
But
I
you
don't need to, and I can just beat you at distance.
Yeah.
And stop your leg shot. We'll find out. We'll see how well I do against Taurus this weekend.
Are you gonna fence with Taurus?
Or sorry, Tora.
Tora, okay, Tora, yeah. Well, that's that's a whole different.
Hey, that's
Like
one of
ball
the
game.
biggest measuring sticks currently alive.
Oh, I'm excited to see footage from that though.
Yeah, that'll be good.
What shot landed?
I don't know. That's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah, that's hard.
Did anything, Lance?
Do you remember Slav?
I don't know if you remember that pass. Oh, I think we missed a frame because I frame by frame that little moment when it was going by your hip, and it didn't look like anything touched because one frame was in front, one frame was after.
Okay, it must have caught just
It must
a
have
tiny
clipped,
bit.
yeah. Either clipped invisible, like in one of the in-between frames or something. Yeah, okay. This is why video is great, but not perfect.
Above the belt. Yeah.
'Cause there are absolutely frames that are in between
Is
where the
a
action actually happens.
Redouble like a double repost. A redouble is just a set like you lunge and then you lunge again, essentially.
Yeah. Yep. It's attack.
Chat. Yeah.
Yep.
So if you do it a third time, is it a re-triple or a
Yeah.
second
Yeah.
redouble?
No one's called it a triple. I'm just being kind of coy about it.
Pedantic.
Yeah. Exactly.
You're
Every quadruple.
speaking my language. I appreciate that.
Oh no. Exposed so much torso on the fight, attempting to find 4.
Mm-hmm.
Although you clip a little
Just-
something here. Whether that gets the body or is just sleeve. Oh, no.
I think it's sleeve.
Yeah, it looks glancing.
Or it would have been arm if it was anything.
At best, yeah. At best, kind of tip of shoulder just
Yeah.
on the outside. Assuming the
This
blade
looks
dug
like
in.
a very classic Miguel kind of shot.
Yeah. Yeah, he likes to parry high with the dagger so he can't get hit in the vital bits.
Yeah, then
And
void.
brings them
He
back over.
voids to his left.
Yep. Yeah, he aimed his blade like off of the side of the body and just brought it over after noticing the profiles. The profiling, I should say.
Well, and if you think about it, Slav's dagger was a little out of position there, but the angle that Miguel threw under that arm is hard to parry, regardless.
Yes,
Like,
yeah. It's like the in-between turnover point. Yeah, it's annoying.
yeah, because your own arm gets in the way of your dagger, and your
Yeah.
sword is extended. So
Agreed on
a
all
good-
parts.
a good place to throw, in general. Front hip and like they're basically their sword flank is always kind of my ideal target a lot of times.
It is kind of annoying that Miguel, being as consistently out of shape as he is, like just not fighting, is still as good as he is.
Yeah.
That is the
don't have
benefit
to-
of doing something when you are going through your puberty years.
Yeah.
That
You don't
shit
have to tell me,
ingrains.
but
Yeah, that shit ingrains into your body for forever.
yeah. Oh, or just being annoyed at Miguel is what I mean. Like
Oh, yeah.
having a talented brother is annoying. In a good way for me, actually, but
Makes you better.
I would not be anywhere near as good as I am if it wasn't for him.
Yo,
I mean, vice versa, but you know, it's like
that's a nice coupe attempt. I like that.
Oof.
whoops.
Yeah. That was a good straight down parry. Yeah, that kind of Gerada 4 is something that I just don't use because I hate turning my body to other human. I'm such a squared up fighter just in general and just rely
Yeah.
on foot speed.
I try to stay squared until I lunge, and then I profile for that sometimes. But
Yeah, I think you actually profile more than I do, only not for your shots, 'cause you don't reach out for stuff, but you do when you go to 4 and you bring that sword to your hip, you will turn a bit. Like
Yes.
you'll turn at your hips to get your sword so far back to find that shot in low 4,
oh yes, yeah,
if that makes sense.
yes, I know what you mean. Yeah,
Yeah, like
Turn
you're almost
that
like turning
thing.
your right hip toward the opponent, not
Yeah.
fully but close. Because you'll sometimes throw at me with that. I'm like, oh, I need to just hit him where almost his back is there. That's when the dagger shot really works. Like the
yes,
step back
when you
in the
just
dagger.
step in. Yeah,
We've had a number of doubles on that.
yes.
Which,
It's annoying if I double with you when I hit you with my sword and you hit me with your
Yeah,
dagger at
yeah.
the same time.
I mean, that's part of the game, right? Because the sword bends and it doesn't pierce. But I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, even if it pierced, right, wouldn't that still be the same?
It would still be a
Problem?
thing. It's also the fact that your like arms are a lot longer
Yeah,
than mine. So
arm plus
there's
dagger
times
is
where,
close to your deep 4.
Yeah, like if I have my
sword.
if I have my hand like just kind of a little in front of my body, like if I'm not fully extended, like my sword touches your chest and your dagger can reach me, especially
Yep.
if you twist a little.
Yep.
So like that is a good range. Like that's just an advantage
Yep.
of being taller.
Yep. That's a dice roll part.
Yeah,
You could have dice rolled a little taller.
yeah. I know there's a couple of advantages to being shorter, not as many to being taller. I think.
Not in
but,
fencing. No, not close.
No,
I don't
no,
think.
yeah, it's 100% more of an advantage to be tall. But,
Yeah. I use a 45. John uses a 42, I believe. Or do you use a 45?
Correct. Yeah, 42.
Yeah. But
I like
it's not
the way
the sword. It's arm length specifically
Yeah.
in our case.
Yeah.
Because he's a shorter human. Do you
Yeah,
know
I'm
what your
about-
ape index is?
I think it's pretty close to my height, which is like between 5'7" and 5'8".
Okay. So let's say your ape index is 5'8". Mine's like a 6'6", because I'm a couple inches longer.
Yeah.
Middle finger to middle
Yeah.
finger.
You're very lanky.
Yeah, I think I told this on stream before. Tarasu has the same arm length as I do. He has about a 6'6" wingspan.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, he has crazy ape index.
That's
Like
crazy.
high ape index. High, I don't know if that's the right word, but
Why isn't he better?
that's a whole different question.
I know, just
It should have been asked 6 or 7 years ago now.
yeah.
No, mine is 2 inches shorter than my height. Oh, longer than your height. Yes, mine is 2 inches longer than my height as well.
Wait, and how tall are you, Slav? Like 6'3", 6'4"?
We're similar, right? Because I'm
Yeah.
6'4" with a 6'6". Yeah. We have the
6'4",
exact
okay.
same ape index and height. And
So
you
unfair.
are a short human.
Yeah.
A short Nathan, as it were.
Short Nathan, yeah. Just, the only advantage I think is that I'm a smaller target and I can maybe throw leg shots more easily.
Yeah.
It's the only real thing.
And even that's not, I don't know, that's, I guess that's
I don't think
good.
it-
It's not, doesn't make up for distance.
I don't think it makes up. It's just a thing that is. You have to lean into your like whatever advantage you have. You just have to lean into it, right? Like
Yes, I agree with that.
and make the fight happen in that
Sorry.
context.
After this.
So.
What is the Sable Shield tournament? What is that?
So it was a
No.
tournament to fundraise for
Can I sibling?
to fundraise and honor veterans and military,
Cool.
active military. So like the Sable Shield is a token that Onsura gives out to any active military or veterans.
Yeah, I remember that from court at Penzing.
Yeah, and so they had a tournament that was just like a fundraiser for charity. I can't remember specifically like what charities it was, but it was
Sorry,
around
Rowan, my hands are shaking.
veterans
Yeah.
stuff. So Rowan ended up getting second place in this tournament, I think, to
cool.
Don Lorenzo.
Is that Don?
That is.
I don't see a
I'm
white
blanking
scarf.
on his. I'm blanking on his name. If I'm being honest.
They are not a Don.
No.
Based on regalia.
There is a video of me fighting Lorenzo in the finals of the. Yeah, here we go. The Black Blade, which is like our
Yeah.
version of Black Sword.
Yeah, y'all. Leandra just straight up lifted that.
Yes.
The rapier should be proportionate to your height, mostly proportionate to arm strength. So if you're a little shorter but strong, you can use longer blade. But because you don't ever need to clear your blade, like you know how we do the returns that kind of clear the ground in armored, you don't have that particular issue, or like J hooks.
Yeah, it's all since it's
So it's
only
mostly
a
just
thrusting
strength,
weapon,
you know.
being able to just reach out. But there is a little bit of turn. Like if you're parried out of range. Oh, this is interesting. I forgot about this fight actually. Duke Sven
good one? Okay.
and Rowan.
I am
That's definitely-
excited to potentially get my ass kicked by Sven at adult
In
swim.
armored.
I've only ever fought him rapier, never fought him armored.
He's told me several times he's excited to fight you.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he's like, I want to fuck him up after after the rapier fights.
His words exactly.
I'm excited.
That should be good. He's obviously he's a very good teacher, so
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I know exactly what he wants to do. Whether I can do anything about it, I don't know. We'll see.
yeah.
My goal is to stab him in his head, but we'll see.
Yeah. Way
I'm-
easier said than done.
I feel very good fighting into two sorters, at least in the Lantia, but they are not the Sven two sorters, right? That's
It's a different
it's a different
breed.
beast altogether. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think that's comparable.
I think that Sven and Ragnar, his former squire, are the two best two sorters in the SCA, like by a
Yeah,
pretty big
agreed.
mark.
Agreed. Yeah. Then they perform that way, and they have the reputation as such as well.
And they have a system that's replicatable that they've taught a lot of other people too, who are also
Exactly,
pretty
yeah.
good.
Raised
They're
up
just
bunches
the
of
best
dukes.
at that.
Nope.
They're best at that system.
Chat. Yes, Leandro should totally start a Black Blade in Meridia's. Call it something else. We have Black Sword, Black Blade. Now you need another synonym. The Black Buckler of Meridia's.
You have a white. Your color is white. That might have a different connotation, but
Yeah. Or it could be your have something to do with the captain theme,
oh yeah.
right? That's the Meridian theme from what it seems like from the outside in.
Mhm.
So some sort of nautical ship term.
I approve this tip.
Yeah, it looks like your
Leandro should
arms are a little
do it.
shorter than your height.
Leandro could work on her franchise by running that tournament.
There you go. I don't know that Leandro needs more franchise. Out of plenty.
In Meridia's, she's working on a quest right now to work on her franchise in Meridia's right now.
Oh,
That I think the Queen of Meridia's gave her?
oh, I see.
Question mark.
I don't know.
Um,
That's cool. Are they? I guess she's kind of earned favor, and people want to see her succeed. Cool. That's a cool challenge.
My understanding is the Queen gave a bunch of her. She has a guard, and she gave each of them a virtue, and then like a quest to work on that virtue.
Oh, okay. It was a whole shtick.
Yeah, and Leandra's was franchise. I suggested prowess because, of course, but
Yeah, I mean, that is the one thing that I think can easily make the strongest argument for joining an order. Your
it's what
prowess results.
the way I've heard it said, and the way I like thinking of it is that prowess is what gets you in the door. So if you have the prowess, then you were being discussed, and then if you have the other qualities to like stay to like qualify, but you have to have the prowess first to at least be even to start the conversation.
I think that's not true.
It's
Because
not
most
true,
of the
but it's
orders that I
It's
when we
probably
have
not.
conversations.
It's probably not true, but it is how I choose to.
Oh, you want that? And we have a lot of people who are on the queue of like their everything else. Their peer like qualities are there.
Yeah, in my opinion, if you have all the other qualities, but you can't fight well, then I'm still a no.
Right. But it is the order waiting, like they are often revisited and just talking about their fights and how to help them get better.
And I'm a yes, a lot of, you're not wrong. A lot of times it's like they have all the other stuff, and now we just need to help them get their fighting better. That is how it should be, or that's how a lot of people.
That's their journey. Yeah.
That's the journey, but it is not necessarily how I would tend to look at it or advise to like focus on it. But
do you fight two sorters like lefties? Yes, and mostly. I start in that guard, but fighting two sorters, especially in this last crown and crowns prior, and just in big tournaments, I've found that because I am good at thrusting and making that happen, I can just play that game, and they have to respond to the thrust. They cannot ignore it, because I will just hit them in the head if they let me. And so they have to do something, and so I can pretty easily disengage and hit them again to the head. But I will always follow that up with a hit, an onside to the leg, because the leg is not defendable after a thrust. Like you cannot follow someone else's sword, I think, speed-wise, if they thrust, drop the leg, or pump thrust, drop the leg.
I think face stab and leg are the two things that two sorters have the hardest time blocking.
Yeah. If you watch my fight with Sir Vlad from this last crown, I do a pump, I watch him cross block with his blade, I do a pump and I disengage and I hit him in the jaw with a thrust. Kind of 101 fencing for me.
Yeah. I will also point out in this video we're watching here and about Sven in general, he's not actually left-handed. He just trained a lot with his left hand in multiple types of fighting. But he's actually right-handed.
I agree that Sven's Sven's heavy style seems to come through. That is very true. He definitely fights rapier pretty akin. At least his footwork is kind of the same.
Yeah. Well, his footwork is all from his amp guard days, I think.
That is now his armored footwork. That is now his fencing footwork. But you can see it a lot more.
Yeah. Sven's borrowing all my rapier. He didn't bring his rapier gear to BAM, but he wanted to do some pickups with Rowan.
Yeah.
So I loaned him all my
I think
stuff.
it's awesome. I like that he crossed over and then plays.
Yeah.
That part's cool.
He just bought some new fencing stuff. He ordered a new blade from Castile, I think. So.
You think he's gonna do the armored fighter Duke retires to fencing route? Or do you think he'll stay with armored?
But I think he'll stay with armored. I think he just likes to dabble in rapier.
Gotcha.
And he also came in fence with Rowan just kind of as a favor to me to like because I asked if like he knew Rowan wanted to fight and train with hard like and Sven his fencing is pretty good. He's a little out of practice right now, but he's very good at just analyzing any type of fighting really.
Yeah.
And so Rowan definitely kind of did pretty good against him, but he had some good critiques for her and some stuff for her to work on that was very helpful. So. He kind of did that as a favor to me, I think.
Yeah. He's a good fighter. He's been doing it his whole life, essentially.
Yes.
His whole adult life, at least.
And he's done a lot of different types of fighting.
Exactly.
And he's pretty good at all of it.
I feel similarly, right? Just different martial things. They kind of have
Yeah.
cross like similarities, and like the meta of fighting really is kind of the same across the board. A lot
Yeah.
of the main principles, like you feign to get what you want instead of just throwing for what you want.
Yeah. And he reads really well. Like he has a good analytical brain for like what someone's doing and their tendencies and stuff, and
Yep.
picks up on that stuff really fast.
Measure management and what you can do at any given measure is such like that's a core part of every form of fighting, like wrestling,
Yeah.
and BJJ and this.
Yep. 100%.
It seems like
cool to-
that rapier left the power.
What was that? Oh, another chat thing.
Have you not fought? If you get a chance, Sven is a good fight.
Yeah. So what? Addressing chat, what he'll do, and there's not the best examples of this in this set because he was a little off, but he'll throw a shot with his left hand, his left sword, and the common response sword and dagger is to cross parry that, and then he just beats his left sword down to deny your sword, and now your dagger's over on yours on that side too, which leaves the lane open for him to just hit you with the dagger because you put both of your hands on one side. So then he has just a tempo to throw his dagger shot in. That's what he's usually looking for.
Mm-hmm.
So it's left to deny dagger.
I'm glad our set on rapier is on wax as well, from however long, like 4 years ago now.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's somewhere on the internet.
I feel good about that. That is, yeah, it's still on my channel somewhere. Let's see, I feel good about it purely because of the shit talk from that prior Penzik.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he experiences too many humans that can move back at a comparable rate to his forward.
Yeah.
That's one of the big things that I noticed in our fight.
I feel pretty confident if Sven took rapier seriously for a little bit, they wouldn't take very long to be like a big problem.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's got to
he
shape
compete-
his technical understanding of a main blade, of like a fencing
Yeah.
blade. He just doesn't understand how fencing blades like
No,
generally work.
it's because it's all the like he is a good fighter. He just doesn't have all the nuances
Yeah,
of
the mechanics
like
of
that
the
specific
specific.
weapon form, right? Yeah.
Yep, agreed. What is this?
I think there's a smudge on the
Is that
lens.
a lens smudge?
It's probably like some.
Slav, what did you do to the camera?
It's Rowan's camera.
What did you do to Rowan's camera?
It was cool having so many people from out of kingdom here at BAM this year. There's a lot of good rapier pickups. It's almost like a little mini Gulf Wars or a little Adult Swim kind of vibe, actually.
I don't know about that. Because I just heard it, so I have no idea. I thought I had enough on, but you probably did. There's more of a, I have no idea. Got it.
Did East have their QC recently?
Yeah. Oh, there is some video of that, actually.
Do you know who won? Or who's finals?
Antonio?
Master Antonio? Lefty?
Yeah. Lefty beat Effingham in the finals.
Oh, okay. Oh, surprising. That those are the two final. I guess some of did the big players enter? Yeah, the big players. I would expect it to be someone like Donovan. If he enters. I don't know that he does.
I think Donovan's a little out of practice, it seems like these days.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that he entered.
He might take it better for you.
I don't think Will Death entered.
Yeah, I was like, well, that's another one.
His dagger's kind of in the wrong spot.
I would expect Will Death to win most East tournaments if he enters.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you see how it's not
Did Rowan fight in this last one?
the hand, so it's
She was running it because she was stepping down
Oh, okay.
as champion.
She could not- I was like, that's another one. I expect her to be in the finals or
Yeah.
victor, and not
Do you want
not surprised.
back while you're fighting or after?
So she was running
Come
this
back
last
on
one.
guard.
Got it.
I'm gonna pause this.
Yeah. Yeah, because she won the one before that.
Yeah. No one parried. Everyone died.
I know it's-
Slav, what
but-
does
but-
Murdiers do to prevent too many double kills? Is there some sort of like social punishment? like baked into tournaments or just socially.
Does Atlanta do something like that?
Sometimes we do. Dante runs tournaments where if you are in the finals and you double, then you both have to fight the semifinalists again, and if they win, they move on to the finals.
Oh, that's very harsh.
I love that.
That's fun. I like that though.
Yeah, the other one is both doubles take an L.
Yeah, we'll do usually on Zero. You can refight a double once, and if you double again,
You both take the
then it's
loss.
they both take a loss.
Yeah.
Except
That's
in the
how I like it.
finals, then they will just do it. They'll just redo that.
Right, fight until it goes. Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess the semifinal, refighting the semis would be kind of a fun.
I like the go back to semi. You gotta semis. Semi-finalists stay in gear because if the finalists double, they both have to refight semis. So don't double.
Yeah.
I love that. I think that is like the appropriate amount of punishment.
We never.
Don't double. Be clean. Right. That's the whole idea of dueling.
I like breaking brackets.
Yeah, because if you do the 2 loss and it goes back in the bracket, it sucks for the MOL.
One of the things that's funny is we do like I've seen where like we've had 2 out of 3. So like one person wins 1, and then a double, and so then one person advances because they had 1 win, and then 2 lost for both.
Oh yeah.
So one person, the person who took the first point, will advance after and then the second point is a double. So, which is kind of awkward, but it does happen.
And MT, I still remember MT's fight at Penzing and how much I struggled with him.
He's a tricky fight.
He was the hardest fight. At one point in time, it was not like that. He's
gotten good.
Gotten really better. A lot better.
He's been grinding too.
Other people can wear maroon.
It's a menace now.
If other people can wear maroon. No, you're not listening.
The dagger.
No. Crabris.
Yeah, nice.
So much dagger. Bind and dagger.
So are you gonna go hard for the rose at the rapier rose at golf?
Oh yeah. I forget.
It's the last tournament.
Yeah,
right?
man, that's the last. That's my last white whale tournament, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it was for me too, but you got your other one off the list this year.
Yeah. I'm glad I had Miguel to fight. It wasn't you that I have to get through, and Tora. Then getting through Miguel is a no.
Miguel and Tora.
No, yeah. Oh, the final 16 or whatever was stacked. It was gross. I looked around at the guy. I don't want to fight any of you.
I kind of regretted not fighting.
Oh, you saw the footage, right? It was.
Yeah, I was like, this looks like a fun time.
It was a fun time. Alessandro and Donovan and Slav.
Well, in general, I like tourneys better than melees anyway. So.
Torse.
I think next year I'll do I'll skip a heavy melee to do.
It was up against the Woods, was it?
The heavy woods, yeah.
Heavy Woods, yeah.
And heavy woods was fun, but like I said, I'm more of a tourney guy in general. So
maybe I'll take down a rose. I've made it consistently to the end, like semis and finals, a few times now.
Yeah. I mean, you were who I was most worried about last year.
I still think that I felt worse in the moment than watching the video with you. I felt way better after watching our set.
Yeah, the fight the video looked good.
The video looked really close.
I felt like it was close in the moment, too.
From my end, it didn't. I was like, fucking A, I can't touch this guy in that moment.
Well, I'm glad that that's how it felt, but but I don't think that's accurate. It was accurate. No. I think it was actually pretty close.
I think this like at Pennsic, I made the adjustment that we talked about, which is being more aggressive in general. Just taking some of those more, like the less assured shots, but they pay off more against you. Like even if it's like a 70-30 shot or whatever. If you take an edge.
Yeah, I agree.
So I've been taking more of those, and they pay off. Yeah, man, I'm excited for golf. Is it it's golf before adult or adult swim before golf?
Adult swim and then golf. Yeah.
Okay. Adult swim's end of January. When is it?
I think it's.
I need to have my pull up my calendar here.
It's February, I think. Where's my events?
Yeah.
Does anyone in chat know when Adult Swim is?
All right, pulling up a calendar. Oh, man, it's already December. It's coming quick.
Well, tomorrow. It is February 17th and 18th.
All right, 10th. Adult Swim 17th.
17th,
Emir
18th.
is on the 24th. I'll be probably going to that. And then 2 weeks later, golf.
Our crown is in January. I think it's like January 13th, probably.
Is it? Okay. It's 12th night for us.
Yeah.
I intend to go down 12th night. That'll be fun.
Is there fighting at 12th night? Or?
No, it's a non-fighting event. But it's down in Ecklenburg at the WoW site where I built a cabin. And there's more and more people building. For Black Friday, I bought a fancy ass battery, a solar battery, and so that thing powers any of my power tools. It's crazy powerful, and it's got long watt hours. And so if it gets cold enough, because it's going to be January, I bought an electric blanket, like a queen size one, and we can just plug it in. That'll be just fine.
Nice. That sounds like a fun camping.
Yeah, we left one of the beds down there.
If you even call that camping.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, it is definitely glamping by that, by most standards, really. Because we're all building houses down there. Dude, when next time you go to Wowsite, you're going to be like, holy shit, look at all these buildings.
I don't think there were any buildings last time I went.
Yeah.
Or I don't remember any buildings.
I think the Longhouse was up last time you came up.
Yeah, it was 2017 last time I went. So.
Yeah, but a lot more has gone up.
That's cool. Yeah, it's been on my list to get back to at some point. Because it was super fun last time.
Yeah. You said the 13th, right? On Steve Oren. I'm putting it on the calendar.
Pretty sure. Where's our calendar?
Yeah, I'm throwing it at my calendar so I remember to ask you about it and watch it if I can. I love watching stuff like that.
Yeah, there should be some usually there's someone live streaming it.
That'd be dope.
Wait, where's yeah, 13th. Yeah, I'm excited. It's not that far away, really.
Yeah, you gotta get training, man. I've been doing my fucking montage training here. Just regular work, the thousands of shots a day.
That's great. Yeah.
Not every day. I take breaks, but
yeah, no, I'm gonna. Yeah, right now is the right time. I've been going pretty hard, but I need to kick it up.
Yeah, if you ever want a video workout, let me know.
Yeah, I will. The holidays
we used to do that, remember?
We used to do that, yeah. Back in the pandemic days.
Yeah. Before you fucking fought every night and everything.
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm kind of busy on the evenings days.
If you have daytimes, let me know. We can make that work. I'm down. I'm free most daytimes.
Yeah, I might let you know because that would be good to try to get in some pelling.
Yeah.
And I need to. Yeah, I'll probably hit up some of the higher end fighters that I train with here in Onsura.
Yeah.
Like Lachlan and Sven before leading up to Crown.
Yeah. If you get more footage of, I'd love to see more of you and at Sven's at the herd.
Oh yeah. I will. I'm bad at remembering to film, but I need to be better. That's one of my other goals.
You are bad at remembering to film, considering you're like the film guy for so long.
Yeah.
Because you don't have a lot of footage of you with Lachlan either.
No, and Lachlan's always giving me a hard time about not filming my practices.
Don't
so
you
that
have? Don't you have just bring your fucking phone and one of those tripody boys that holds the
Yeah, I
phone.
know.
That's it. That's all you need.
Yeah.
I know. That's it. Your fucking cadets people poofed to other kingdoms. So now you don't have a film crew with no Rowan and Landry
Yeah.
kicking
No,
around.
it used to be I'd get them to film,
That's
and then
funny.
like way back in the day was I got my mom to film because she would drive me to an
I
event. My mom or
remember.
my dad, and
I
I'd be
remember
like,
her
hey,
filming me and fucking Mike fighting in the LCR tournament
yeah.
back when.
I
I still
the
want
only
that footage,
reason
by
I
the way.
the only reason I have footage of myself at BAM was because Rowan went and she grabbed my phone out of my bag and filmed me fighting.
Good. Good job, Rowan.
So Rowan just needs to come to more on Stewart events. Oh, and Slav filmed. Actually, Slav took over for Rowan, I think.
Oh, rude. This is a Slav erasure here. It's rude of you.
Mhm.
They did work.
Slav, you should go to Adult Swim.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we got some. Yeah, we also have some footage of us fighting it. They came over to my house after BAM, and we fought a little bit in the yard.
Nice. Oh,
Well,
I see.
you said it's the weekend before. That's 2 different weekends.
that was very John of you.
I'm probably going to go to an event. That's an in-kingdom event. There's probably an event in my kingdom the weekend before Adult Swim that I'm going to go to.
Yeah, being able to watch footage on the way home is delightful. I enjoy it. Especially after a long day of fighting where you're trying to grind things and be better with different actions. It's good to watch all your shit on the drive home.
Or in camp at Penzic or Gulf.
Yeah. I might, because I have the battery, I can bring my projector and just hook my phone up to my projector and just play it on like the back wall of WoW on the cabin. We can have movie nights at WoW.
That's a fun idea.
That's actually that's dope. Anyways. All right.
Wrap this up.
I'm calling it for tonight. Still doing videos. I think not for tonight, if that's what you're asking. Chat, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being part of the conversation. John, thank you for watching videos with me, and it was good to catch up.
Yeah.
Good to hear about your holidays and all that shit. Hit me up if you want to do more pelling. Maybe I'll set up a stream that's literally just a pel cam. And then I can talk to stream. Almost all of my streaming tends to be at night because I think that's when people have time. But all of my actual personal free time is during the day because of my work schedule.
That's kind of the boat I'm in right now too, for different reasons.
Yeah, so if you wanted to pel and we could throw a stream on if someone happens to be on and wants to like watch us hit a thing or maybe tell us how to hit a thing.
How we're doing bad.
Yeah. or we can start a counter on the thing. I don't know. We'll make something out of it. Yep. Thank you, chat. Have a good night. This will be up on YouTube in a couple of days if you want to share it. Other than that, thank you guys so much for your time, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Yeah, have a good one, guys.